A few people any good because I'm next to a street, so the sound quality might be a little weird. And if it is, I'm not gonna do the show right now. I'll do it later. But let's talk about caffeine. And we'll talk about simulation, and we'll talk about stimulation and what's happening in most people's worlds, or in the world as a totality. Mainly, the simulation that they're projecting a simulation, and everyone's stimulated by it in different ways. Not say it's much an inorganic, artificial construct being pushed upon people through mainly the television. But less people are watching TV, more people are still using the internet and finding that their information portals are closer to good, but some still are not giving the good word. Still, the money has been and then all of a sudden you make a little more and you're really getting by. Or, are you gonna sponsor a product or whatever? You're gonna stop doing that? It's the way of the world right now, huh? Let's consider this a little deeper about the simulation and stimulation and different types of, some people like caffeine, some people like nicotine, some people like alcohol, some people like psychedelics, some people like weed, some people like all sorts of things. But what everyone doesn't take into there's something there. They're aware that when they drink a coffee, there's caffeine in it. They're aware, they're aware of how these things affect their reality, their vibes. But they don't really consider this thing. That's not only just if it's on, but I'm talking about like as soon as you start listening to somebody talk. I'm no different than caffeine to people. Like right now, you probably it's a little bit more loose. I mean, not that caffeine it makes me a little high strung, but I don't know. Sometimes it's different substances. Sometimes it's just oxygen. But this might suck. I gave up my seat inside to come out here to do the show. Now it seems to be sprinkling a little bit. If that's the case, I have to find a new spot inside. With all of these social distancing protocols, it's very, very disconcerting. I'm watching 3 people sit at a table about the size that I'm at right here, which is enough for really one person. It's a small circular table. And there's 3 people sitting at it having a conversation. They all have coffees, but they're all wearing their masks during the conversation. And they're like 2 feet away from each other. You ever see somebody in a car with a mask on? Like, why are they wearing a mask while they're in their own car? Is it because they have this? It's this built-up thing in they're just like, I want to lick the window. Is that what it is? Are they window lickers? Is that what's happening? It just prevents them from slobbering all over their windows. I don't know. Just a question, because I don't understand that. I truly don't understand that. Like, I mean, the whole entire thing is completely ridiculous, weird, strange, and makes no logical, medical, or other sense in the world. None of it. But you're gonna touch that door handle with their bare hands, and then they're gonna adjust and play with their mask. Weird. Not only not help, but probably do more harm than good. Because of this thing, it's like that, to keep old people alive for real. It's probably killed more old people for real. Can't breathe, can't go to the hospital, blah blah blah. All these old people. Yeah, and then not to mention the rest of the people that are they're not sick, but they're mentally sick and food. They're anxious. All of this is tension, builds up a with cortisol and a few other chemicals in the body to build up all of these anxious chemicals, which makes a person's immune system go, makes their immune system less. Not to mention the food that they're putting in their stomach, which is aiding in their immune system. It's aiding in the immune system, and they're not eating anything good. So their immune system is getting destroyed on countless levels, because their immune system primarily is your intestines. So so these people now that they've been instructed to not work anymore. They're poor. It's ruining the economy. It's ruining family life. It's ruining relationships. It's ruining just about everything that could be ruined. And yet we notice, if anybody any research, it's pretty plain and simple. It's no different than any other year of having a little bit of a sneezy fit, a little bit of a, I don't know. People get sick now and then. What's up, Jimmy? People get sick now and then. That's what happens. It's part of life, But those little sicknesses are build part of your immunity. So the people I know that were sick the most earlier in life, that had more challenges, as long as they did the different things to kind of fix their life a little bit, with the food they eat and their exercise and relationships they'd have. If they did that, they're pretty strong and healthy. They don't really affected by much. But here we are with this thing that is a complete all-out blast of nonsense in all the media sources and on here, and it's causing more chaos, more sickness. Not the actual thing that they're saying, because the thing that they're saying doesn't really exist the way that they're presenting it. But what is occurring is everything that is a mental, psychological. This is a whole mental, psychological op. I mean, if you don't think it is, you haven't studied it. I guess you're not paying attention to anything that's going on. Too caught up in the, I'm not going to say caught up in the matrix. So we're all out here in the matrix. So the destruction of small businesses, the destruction of families, really. A lot of people that were borderline, didn't have enough money to pay for a home, pay for food, and then all of a sudden they're called the non-essential worker. What are essential workers, really? Walmart employees, that's about it. You can see even hospitals laying off, closing hospitals, laying off employees, certain. I know of people that are, Vernon Coleman's talking to his wife. She was supposed to get some work done for cancer. Well, he's a doctor, and he believes in that aspect of the cancer treatment, and she couldn't get it. So she's in pain and sick, whatever. But even though he used to be a doctor, general practitioner, he can't do anything about it. He doesn't. They can't get her in the hospital because that wing of the hospital is closed. I thought the hospitals were supposed to be there for the people that were sick, diseased. I thought, but apparently no. So to say that this isn't an economy thing, this whole thing is to keep people healthy, to keep people alive. Well, in fact, the economy is related to people's general welfare, their mental health, their physical health, their well-being. You take away their capacity to purchase goods, foods, and that are of a higher quality. Like right now, you can only afford the most garbage of shit. Especially if, even if you are employed, if you didn't have a job that had a regular paycheck, if you were earning tips or in any way it was based upon, you're not making as much, not even close. And so those people were already, borderline, they're making just enough to get by. Now what? Now what do they do? How's that going to work? So now they can't afford to do the things they used to do. Now all of a sudden they're cutting back on the quality of food. There's no good relationships they have. Interaction with other people is a healthy thing. It's a very healthy thing. If somebody's sick, you just walk away from them. That's the whole thing. Right now they're like, that person's sick, get away from them. That's the whole thing. But in reality, if someone's sick, you're supposed to come around them and help them. That's the fucking point. See, this ignorant bullshit is so irritating. But no, they're sick, go help them. Well, no, you're going to get what they have. That's not how it works. Stop lying. Stop lying. If your immune system is strong enough, you're fine. And then the fact that there's not even a thing, it's just spent RNA and, I'm not going to get into all of that, but, it's so utterly ridiculous that every claim they make the next day, it's a confusion. It's an utter clusterfuck of confusion. They continually just tell you one thing one day, the next thing another day. Like, I don't know. I walk inside, I see people walking around with masks on bikes with masks on. I'm like, dude, you're not. That's not good. That's you can't. What are you believing right now? What are you eating? What are you like? Your knowledge. Where are you getting this from? I see people in their cars by themselves with the windows up with the mask on. They, honestly, just get it over with. Just go buy the pills and just eat. Just have a journey into the afterlife. I don't know. You know. I'm just saying, like, this is outrageous. And then you see people that like you can see underneath their masks, they're giving you a dirty look because you're not wearing a mask. Like, that kind of thing is it's absurd to me. Like, who are you? Like, you don't know anything about what's going on. You're just following the nonsense that you followed your entire life, and you think for some reason that makes you more noble. You're like a better person. Mass, unless it's absolutely like, you can't come in here. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna pull the whole fuck. It's much like hey, I'm gonna say it. Do you remember back when they used to have whites only diners and blacks only diners? Imagine walking in trying to get served. Wouldn't happen. You could sit there and try to cause a problem. Like, you're not really caught. It's not. You just kind of get a cup of tea. Like, if you're so certain and you're so sure that your mask works, then what does it matter if I have one? It doesn't. Yours works. So you have confidence and faith in that. So do that. Don't look at me like I need to do what you do. I don't need to follow your religious status. These people are. It's scientism. It's run amok. It's corporate scientism. And we're talking about the economy which regulates people's health to a great degree. And if you ruin, we're not talking about like people just going out getting the sickness. I'm talking about like, if you can't afford all the things, if you do go to doctors and that's your route because you need to take the pills and the medicines, you can't get that no more. You can't afford it. Hope you had the good health care. You know, did they have that plan? Is that working? How's that going? You know, your job's not. And if you did believe, and you were kind of still struggling, but still believed in the natural world, all those foods that are fresh and brand new, they're more expensive. You can't afford those anymore. And if you go to the store, they probably sold out of them. Who bought them? All the rich people. So this simulation of stimulation, they're stimulating people into psycho-aggressive zombies. Like, they're more aggressive, but they're like for real. Like, I'm just chilling. I found this really cool sticker yesterday. Check this out. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but I found this on the street. Check this out. Keep your distance, and it's really nice. It's like one of those, so it's not gonna fall apart. I was gonna put it on my shirt just so people just stay the fuck away from me. I mean, I don't really want them to. I really don't care. But it's like, if you got a mask on, you follow your 6 foot rule, you're good. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna remind you of your rules, not mine. It's on Mark Koger. Jimin, you talk about that. Hey, for anybody that's new here, and it was a bunch of really cool images behind it, and he kind of played with the tones of my voice. It was pretty awesome. It's called it was Barding Man. So go check it out. If somebody wants to put it in here, that'd be really awesome. If you're still here, my guy, put that video in there so people can click on it. It's pretty wicked. I like it. It's even me when I'm umming and stumbling a little bit over my language. It's not. He somehow made a video that I made sound a little better than it was, but it's pretty fun. Just check it out. Yeah, Jimin, if you could put that in there, that's awesome. And it's this dude named Barding Man. Yeah. See, to me, everyone is essential. Everyone's an essential worker. I mean, if you got work to do, not every job is essential. You hear me correctly. People know the way I talk. Not everybody's an essential. Your job is not necessarily essential. Your life is essential. Your work is essential. So that might be too much coffee for me already. It's funny. I don't because I don't drink coffee. I mean, I drink alcohol, and people are like, oh, you drink so much. I was like, yeah, but I can take weeks off at a time, and I don't get the DTs or anything. I know what it takes. I know what it takes to get the DTs. I've seen those people. It doesn't happen to me because I regulate my diet in so many other ways. But this coffee has me a little bit jittery. I don't like it, so I'm done with the coffee. We're gonna balance it out with a little bit of this is either pea or wine. I forgot what I put in here. Either way, it'll help balance that out. Head Finn, division tactics, Ophelia. Isn't it great? The common code is weaponized. See, the tactics are simple. However, I don't think they can stick. I don't think so. I think there's a few people that are trying to, and then somebody that knows better is going, good luck with that. We'll see if it works after the plasma apocalypse. I don't think it will matter. I think everything they're trying to do to maintain some sort of power and control, it's all illusory, and they're doing it for what's called a Pyrrhic victory. They might come to something like, oh yes, come December, and they're just hoping that the plasma apocalypse doesn't happen. Although everything to me is pointing that direction. So I think pretty fries most systems. I think that the way the electrical grid will work will be way different. Some people might know, and there might be a backup system for things, but all in all, I don't see it the same. If it continues on, the tiptoe towards totalitarianism and chaos and whatever, I'll just go on a suicide pact with y'all, because if this is standard protocol now, this kind of bullshit, I'm not interested in it. I'm good. I'm peace out. I'm good. I go to another realm. I don't care. I ain't got time for this bullshit. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help people. Yeah, Finn, anybody's taking responsibility? Well, you know what the difficulty with that is, Finn, I hear you. I think most people would, but I just don't think they don't have an idea of what to do. Like, if you live in a city, you might know how to start a garden, like, but how, where, with what, you know? You might want to start a farm, but you don't know all of that. You might the money that you're going to need from your job. How can you live in the city and also country mouse? How can you do that? So there's a lot of things that go into like the holistic part of taking responsibility for one's own life. It's a difficult transition for some, and I've always assumed. Just because so many people have read tarot for me, and there's all these weird things that always pop up, like reading Siddhartha and being a bridge worker. So I can go through both of the realms. And if you call a realm, and this is not the true identification of a realm, but what would be the country and the city life? I always like the middle grounds there. I like the city. I don't have a problem with the city. I don't have a problem with the energy of the people or the chaos, and I don't have a problem with the slow molasses-like pace of the country and the woods and the nature. I'm good with both of it. I don't think technology is anything but nature. I think it's one births the other and back and forth. It's like technology sometimes ruins nature, but sometimes helps it. And then, nature birthed all of our capacity to create something technological. And if we further consider that, I'm almost certain at this point that we live on top of a giant computer board. So, yeah, I'm not, the responsibility thing here is like, man, that's tough. I mean, is there just, will there be the electronic people that really love their electronic, that kind of like, that slow, that plant some seeds, and we're just relaxing, sitting here do you think they'll ever like each other and respect each other's opinion on the system? Because I like both systems. Would I want to live just in the country? I don't think so. Would I want to live just in a major city? No, definitely not. I don't like major cities. It's too much. Do I like desolate country areas? It's too much after a while. Both are too much after a while. So I like somewhere in the middle grounds. I'm not suburban though. I don't like suburbia. Suburbia is a place to go to like just cash your chips in, call it a day, get your white picket fence, maybe have a miniature garden, but probably mow lawn and probably just go buy a minivan and just say, hey, I got the 2 kids there, send them off to college, whatever. That's life. You enjoy it. You enjoy your little pieces of, That's fine too. Just doesn't happen to be my standard protocol. Mark Koger, 4 weeks, man. Damn. It's so weird to try to help people with whatever they're like what to do. Yeah. Because there's less and there's different things to do, but there's less and less in entirety because what are you really gonna do? You think it's really justified that people of a high quality go and get a job working at Walmart or McDonald's to go be a fast food employee? You know what I'm saying? Like if that was your option, I'm sorry, like that, that couldn't really work. I've been fired from jobs because the boss knew that I was smarter than them. like what am I supposed to do? I'm sorry, because they don't want nobody, underneath them smarter than them working. And how enraged would you be that every day that you had to participate in selling people the work? I'm not saying I don't go to Walmart, and I'm not saying everything they do is bad. I'm not. I'm just saying it seems to be a little bit, I don't know. If every day you had to go, I'm going to sell the worst possible product. I'm gonna do everything I can to just make people dumber and just walk around that store for 8 hours with that color of those lights and they would probably end up killing me. Seriously, it would probably kill most people with high vibes. When you have high vibes, you'll literally physically get sick walking into those kind of places. It just happens. But what is the choice? I mean, I guess there's something. I just don't know what it is yet. Yeah, what the government doesn't say, socializing boosts immunity. Yes. And would you like to understand why completely? If you look at every single one of your blood cells as either an antibody or antigen, so you've got all these different things, these systems working in unison. They go back and forth. Here's a little bit of poison, here's a little bit of panacea, and they work with each other, and it builds your immune system. If you look at your body as one cell and that person over there as another cell, you might have something in common and be on the immunity side, or you might have something that's so you've got your antigen side and then you've got your antibody side. If you found the kind of opposing thing or the thing that needed to be deconstructed, that's what interacting with other people are. And because people are stay home so much, they've isolated that singular cell, and that single cell doesn't have any more information. It can't come in contact with different energies and different vibes, and if it doesn't do that, it will start to decay and die. But by being part of the larger system, you get all of the different energies in you. Good and indifferent, I don't know. It's just the way you decipher it. But that is what we are. If we're living like a petri dish, and there's 7 billion of us, although I doubt that number is correct. I think that's probably an over-exaggeration. If we do, then we'd have to interact with each other, and it would become homeostatic. something would happen. But if you just isolate everything, what's going to happen? They'll end up dying because they have nothing to interact with. If you have no polarity to your battery, then you have no charge. You have no energy. You see? And that's what's happening. And so now people, if they do get a chance to go back out, they're going to be like, oh, I can be outside, but I've got to be a little cautious of these freaking people. A bunch of freaks out here with, that's what the response of this, every cell in your body would be. Here's what I'll tell you will happen. If you have immune diseases where their body attacks themselves, I mean, you have, and I have, and everybody in this world has probably had a miniature little bout of autoimmunity within their body, but they didn't go to the doctor, and they're like, oh, you have got MS, or you got one of these things. But what's going to happen when people come back out they're going to become sicker because they've been so isolated that they're not going to want to interact really with the population. So their autoimmunity is going to it's going to fight itself. Like people are fighting themselves right now. Like it's difficult to be inside all day. It's extremely, troubling. It's extremely isolating. It's awful, right? I mean, we work with it the way we can, right? For people that have sat and meditated and sat in silence for a long time and been introverts, it might be a little easier, but I couldn't even imagine what extroverts are doing right now. They probably have so much OCD. They're probably like flipping light switches on and off. And I'm not joking. You'll see more people if they were actually testing people for this shit right now, you'd have more people with OCD that just literally do have it. You're gonna find out how autistic people can become. I already told you guys. I think everybody in the world is. If you were to there is no actual test for it. I mean, there are tests, but you can't really. It's an unknowable thing. It's just like basically autism is like how introverted and creative and also a little bit knuckleheaded are you? There's things that go into like, man, a lot of powerful things about autism, and there are also some that are very actually destructive, right? But everyone's on the scale somewhere. And I would think that most people that I interact with, I'd probably sometimes I know I'm doing it on purpose. I think I said this maybe 2 years ago for the safe passage of your inadequate, retarded thoughts. It's that damn idiot will always beat you in an argument. Intelligence, you can't. If you know something more than someone, they understand what you're saying, but take a couple steps this way. They can't do it. It's too much information for their brain to comprehend, to calculate. Whether it's mathematically, because that would be like the Rain Man, mathematics, count of these, or artistically, feminine. Like I feel so much, and I feel like okay, both of those in their extreme versions are crazy. To everything is so numbers and orderly. Numbing and so everything's so mushy and emotional. I mean, it was Alan Watts, he called it prickly and gooey people. That's what it is. You got to be somewhere just, I'm not saying be a centrist. I'm not saying not to be wild. Rewild yourself, something like that. It's just the edges out there towards the black and white, and it ain't no fun. Black and white, no fun. Black and white are used as highlights. Even a black is a highlight. Just as white is. You can call it a low light, you can call it the darkness, but whatever. It's still something. It's still holding all of the energy that people are supposed to be using, which is the rainbow of colors. That's usually what it is. But people don't see it that way. They see stark black and white. I'm right, you're wrong. Jason Rojas. The easiest way to astral project, stay up longer than you need to. Stay up way longer than you need to. Work out, so you exercise the body, so your body becomes extremely tired. And then you would set your alarm clock for maybe like every 15 minutes. So you want to do, I think the easiest way for most anybody is wake back to bed. But the initial wake back to bed, you want to make your body so tired that it doesn't want to wake up, but you want to keep your mind slightly awake. So even a little bit of caffeine before bed might be helpful. So you're making your body, I'm done with the day, but you're making your mind alert. And then you go into a breathing pattern, you get yourself to sleep, and then you wake back up. And as you keep doing that, you'll get caught in that perfect the REM. They say it too long. No, you can have a dream at any point in time. You can get out of body at any time. But that astral projection out of body, it depends on how long you want to sit there and how long you can breathe properly. You can do the deep breathing techniques. Get your body to be almost dead, like a lot of people are scared of that because they've only experienced it like when they woke up in the middle of a dream and their body was still in, still in dead mode, and they were stuck in their body. If you get comfortable with that, it doesn't bother you. And what you do is you just roll your spirit out of the body. You'll know the difference. It's like if you start playing with energy between your hands, you can feel the energy where there's whatever's animating your physical body. You can move it inside of your hands. And then if you can actually start to do that even more, you'll actually peel what would be your spirit out of your physical shell, your body. So those two things in unison, the wake back to bed method, and then the rollout method, something in there, and you can always heighten that with expending all of your physical energy, and then keeping your mind awake. Body asleep, mind awake. There you go. Finn, thank you. Yeah, and the funny thing about your bloodstream and everything else, your salivary glands kill almost all bacteria. You stick things in your mouth all the time. Think about babies. What are they doing all day? They're just sticking things into their mouth. Why? What do monkeys do? I'm not saying we evolved from monkeys because we did. I think we're hybrids of a bunch of things, but we'll leave that for another time. But monkeys will taste something and pull it out because they're testing to see the bitter alkaloid qualities and if it's medicinal or edible. And children do the same thing, but we hand them a bunch of plastic. Remember that. But because your saliva is killing off most anything. It's very acidic, right? It's acidic in your mouth. So you got hot breath, right? It's acidic. And your blood should be killing things. There's things going on in your system that's going to kill most anything, but you'd have to get overrun with the bacteria, and that'd be very hard to do through eating something. Very hard to do through the pores of the skin, because most of the time the skin is one way. The pores are not bringing a lot of things in unless it's very, very moist and warm. But we're not. Most people who sneeze, it's just a little bit of liquid. It's not doing anything. Your nose and your mouth are built to not bring anything but a little bit of dirt and grime. And, why you think your finger fits so perfectly in your nose to grab out all the dirt that you cleansed? It's a filter. There you go, Jimin. Yeah. Viruses are, yes, they're the end point of something, and if you were to take the end point of something, it would be the spent portion. That would basically, while it's a dead material, you could take that. It's kind of like what they talk about vaccines. It's very similar. But they want the plasma, right? Well, the plasma you've already created because it's your urine. Okay, so but they can't sell you urine, even though they hint at it. They hint at it very heavily. Because they're like, damn it, just listen, it's urine. I just can't say urine. It's called plasma. Go look it up. So, that spent dead RNA still has information in it for the human body. Why do you think they want? Why do you think if someone had the virusy thing, they'll have that? Everyone will, because it's just. I mean, the tests for it are so ridiculous and blah blah blah. They're like 50% false positives, blah blah blah. I mean, it's so many different. Who cares? The point is, the end of being sick, whatever that is, whatever that spent thing is, that will, if you put that into your mouth, just like putting a leaf in your mouth or putting something else in your mouth, it gives your body the poison, and then your body immediately puts it through your system, goes through your entire body. It takes maybe 3 minutes. And it produces the panacea. It produces the mirrored form of it, the alternate version of it, the red to the blue, the black to the white, the antithesis. So if the thesis is here it is, and here's the end of the thesis, you hand the thesis, and then here's the correction of the thesis. And that's what it is. It's antigens and antibodies. Oh, I mean, Finn. I mean, you're right on. I mean, this is all stuff. I try not to get too much into that. Like the whole, it's so obvious just to look at, but nobody wants to look at it. And they're like, oh, you're just saying everything's a conspiracy, everything's a coincidence, everything. Well, it is. It is if you look up those two words. Everything coincides. Everything is conspired. conspire has nothing to do with good or bad. I conspire every day to have a good day. I conspire with people to have a good time. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. everything is to a degree cooperation. Everything to a degree is conspiracy. Everything to a degree is all of these words that people are very scared of because they add a second word to it that negates it. Finn, yeah, do yourself a favor. If you're going to get this camper van, feel free to hit me up, and I'll tell you some really interesting things you can do. What you need to do is you want to make sure because your camper van, if it's going to be aluminum, you're going to have to do some things to make sure you're creating a Faraday cage in that thing. You're going to want to make sure it's completely grounded out. So like if you're parked somewhere, what you should be doing, if you have certain materials that you should have copper wire coming off the aluminum that you can just dig right to the ground. There's a lot of things that are, but you'd want to build yourself. If you've got a camper, that'd be awesome because you could sandwich that aluminum with some copper, with some crystals, with some you can make yourself a piece of organite that you live inside of. Faraday cage organite, blah blah blah. Yeah. But if it's just a piece of aluminum, that's gonna be dangerous. But if you can also turn that into wooden. Wood would be fine, I think. Add some piezoelectric, like piezoelectric stones might help. Yeah, holler at me and I'll help you with that. Unless you already know what you're doing. Jimin is already a plasma god with superhuman strength. How much stronger do you need to be, Jimin? How much bigger do you need to become? I wonder if size won't really matter. I wonder if something will happen with the way the body functions. That it doesn't really matter. The fact that you're 240 pounds of chiseled Viking Nordic steel. I wonder. Your cat's gonna turn into a 4-meter long lion? There you go. That's a Corinne. What is my opinion on Master Earth? How can you have an opinion on him? He's master of fucking Earth, yo. I learned a lot from that guy. He's awesome. I dig the shit out of him. There was only a couple things I disagree with him on, and it was the fucking portion. It's like how men need to have with a child. That's probably the best position, but like the way that's not the only way. Like I'm more into like the Hindu tantric, the arts of that, But everything else he was putting out, right on. He used to run like what is his name, Naruto or Naturu, whatever the. He just like you can run faster this way. I don't know, maybe you can. Has anybody tried it? Like for real? Has anybody timed a really fast person and then just like, okay, now don't do the thing with your shoulders. Just lean back and just maybe we're just not understanding. I know. You just threw out the elements as soon as I heard you read a really swinging person. I know, actually, as soon as I read that, I went exactly to his voice. I can hear his voice in my head rattle around. There you go. And there's a couple, it depends on what the cause of the constipation is. Some people are just dehydrated, but other times it could be other reasons. But aloe vera, certain kinds of oils, oil bastis are really helpful, always helpful. But if you're not trying to stick things, if people aren't trying to stick things up the butt because they got like anal retentivity or whatever, aloe vera. And there's plenty of things that are just diuretics, certain kinds of teas, certain kind of leaves. that got you on the Watts vibe. Yeah, just if you want every day, I would just add, a little bit more fiber. A lot of people like, because even if you're eating a lot of food, that the fiber content, like, I would assume you're probably doing more juice. You're not gonna have any fiber in your system, so you probably want to add some fiber, and yeah, a little bit of insoluble, a little bit of soluble. Mm. Jason Rojos. Do I think the Chinese government has something to do with the virus? No, dude. I think that is so propagandated. Propagandated? Can I say propagandized? Can I say completely insane? No. Not no. It's everything. Look, at the highest level, all of these governments are on the same team. There's only maybe three governments that are outside of the team, and that is the ones that aren't controlled by the World Bank. And that's been going on for a while. But read Economic Hitman, and then, but that takes you back to the 2000s and shit. So we're at a place where even at that, all of the governments that are run, even the things you see on the TV and the propaganda, they're nothing because there's nothing really happening. They're just making this big show and this big play out of it, and it gets people to go, oh shit, there's about to be law, and you know, I don't know anybody in fucking China. I don't know these fucking people. Why would lie? Bad press. Like, oh, it must destroy the America. No, it doesn't work that way. That's not how the game works at a higher level. They're all part of the same team. They're part of the same club. They dapped in. They do the special handshakes. They know the codes, and the codes are, here's how it's run. Ain't nobody trying to take over the whole thing. Like they're like, hey, we got, how much more power does anybody need? They're good. They're good. I promise you, they're good with their countries that they run, their companies. Yeah, because you know what? If they want to come and party in another country, they just go make a phone call. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's up, Donnie boy? Can I come through? And that would be what's his name, Zhao Lang or whatever his name is. I don't know. They travel the world anywhere they want. They're running companies. They're running companies. There was no destroy the people. Yeah, I could see getting rid of some of the population for some reason, but not to the degree that people think. Yeah, psyllium husk and castor oil are good. Yes, these are good. These are good choices. High dose of magnesium. Magnesium gives me the runs really weird. I don't. There's like how many different kinds of magnesium? You got like stearate, and then you got magnesium calcium, and I don't know. There's so many different kinds in it, and you got to just make sure it comes in the right variety, or else it kind of disturbs my system a little bit. Um, Jason, you talking about the China thing? Oh yeah, yeah. There's nobody having wars, man. It's all just a bunch of character actors, um, that they're playing for a larger team. Some of them might say, oh, they're playing double agents. Yeah, but even at that, that's part of the game too. They're not. They're it's like when you watch the Hollywood show. You watch Hollywood. They're giving a big part of the story. You just got to realize what part they can't tell you. You just gotta figure out that one little part that's the bullshit part. It doesn't destroy the whole movie because most of what they're telling you is so symbolic rich in any movie. There was a time where I was studying a few things, and for months I could turn any movie on. I would be like, all right, it doesn't even matter what movie it is, and I'm gonna find something that has to do with the plasma apocalypse, something that has to do with the red blue shift, something to do with, and I guarantee you, I'm telling you, months. And I was just sitting home, like, here, put this on the background. I'm watching some documentaries, reading some shit. I'm like, oh, there it is, and I can just code this. Hundreds and hundreds of movies. There it is, right there. You don't see it because you think it's a comedy. Oh no! How many movies have I seen where I'm like, there is so many references to drinking piss in the movie, from comedies to dramas to like just TV shows, just references to drinking piss. And it's not, and they're just going. I mean, think of everyone's favorite line from Rip Torn, right? Isn't it Rip Torn that was in Dodgeball? Because I drink my own pee. Because it's sterile. And I like the flavor. I like the taste, right? There's so many movies that have lots of piss references. In fact, you could watch a lot of time travel movies that are kind of like hokey 80s movies, 80s, 90s. You know, think of where somebody's pissing in the fountain next to somebody, and they time travel or switch bodies. Remember that? They're either time traveling or switching bodies. But when they're switching bodies, it goes from usually younger to older. Yeah, that is everything about the plasma rays and the changing of the energy. So if the red shift is up here and we're in the blue realm, and that just flips, if we just flip the globe over, we're inside of it, but it seems like that's what's going to happen. So yeah, the whole idea that there is any of the leaders of the world that are like, oh, I don't like the other leader of the world. I mean, they might on a personal level not like the other person, like think they're fucking dope or something, but they above that, there's like a whole deal of, okay, well, this is the bigger game, and here's the energy you get, here's the power you get, here's the, who cares if you think, even if, listen, as much as I think this is the dumbest thing, because I said to you yesterday, if you live in the U.S., just say to yourself, Joe Biden might be the fucking president of the United States. That's enough to make some population would commit suicide. Because that dude is so insanely out of his mind and retarded that it's unbelievable. Even if he's putting an act on, that's how insane it is. But because that's the play, that's the game that they're going to play, it just allow it. Whatever. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? There's nothing. Unless you go join the club and be like, hey, excuse me, can I? Hey, Scottish Rite. Hey, which one? Which one? The blue one, the red one, or you want to go for the purple one, or you want to go for the super secret societies? I don't know if you can be able to knock on those doors, but you just be like, hey, can I get in this game here? Because I see you. I know there's some chess masters here. I know there's some grandmasters here, but I'm the grandma master. So maybe this just maybe don't put Joe Biden in office, because I don't think it's not really that good. Maybe, or do you have it already figured out, or did you get the playbook from somebody that's of a higher order than you? That's what's going on. There's the higher level. When you call it a higher order, maybe it is more orderly where they are, and orderly in the best way. It's not orderly like this is how it is and this is how it'll always be. It's the way that crystals are orderly and aligned in the lattice. The makeup of the strength of a crystal is in its information grid. It means it's informed. It's information, and that lattice of that crystal is bound together in a way that other places, other pieces of which like a crystal, like a glass, you see, a glass just breaks because it's a disorganized piece of it will shatter. It's made different. You make glass. Crystal grows, right? Isn't that how it works? Stalactites and stalagmites and all of these crystals, they seem to be there from a high, like, do you know, let me try this. And here's why electricity goes, why we're living on top of electrical grid. Like, not just what you think they're doing with these lines. No, I mean for real. You can make a piece of, oh man, somebody write the name of it in there. It's the really shiny one. It's black but silver, and then there's all the different colors in it. And but you make it by using electrical charge, and it creates the shape. Yeah. Well, think about all the crystals that are going on that are in nature. Are we sure they weren't already grown there prior by using a similar technology on a large scale to create buildings even? And then as they made all this giant computer grid, one day the large things at work, the larger clock of the Saturnian, the cube. Well, the cube is not as organized as a dodecahedron. It's not as organized. No way. A dodecahedron is much stronger than a cube. You could break a cube. So just understand that there's a a construct and order to things that is organic, that we say, oh, everything organic is supposed to be in circles and swirling. You can create um, uh, angels. It's hard to it's hard to understand when you look at a tree, because everything seems to be this and flowing, and so we're creating things to mimic that idea of nature, which is the mathematical principle of pi, and then you have phi and pi. So one is the actual mathematical principle of nature, and the other is the one that we use to create computer modeling systems. Very similar in what they do. 1.618, right? And what is that, right? 1.618? That one? And then the 3.14 thingy? Yeah. Very, very similar actions. One is for cubic space, and one is for a circular spherical space. What just most of the computers can't do, the math would be too difficult, because you get rid of what you'd call any sort of angle. I think of Minecraft. You build things no matter what, even if you upgraded that, no matter what, you're still pixelating things. You're still making a little bit of a there's no just actual curve as you keep. You get in that fractal universe, and as you get closer and closer, you start to see there's actually a little angle right there. And you go and you shave that off. And then you've created 2 more angles. So you're just creating from a box so you go from that 4, and then you cut those angles off. What do you get now? You get 8. Now you're going to run through until you get to 64, the hexagrams, right? The 8 and 8, right? And so what's the next game? Is the next version of chess? Do they call it chess anymore? Finn, is that manifestation affirmation you did there with the films? Ask me that again, Finn. You said, is that manifestation affirmation that you did there with the films? Are you talking about the person that voice? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, yeah. Jordan Brisson. You know what? Somebody brought that up the other day. Maybe it was you. And I don't know that I've looked it up, but I could do. I wish I could split screen this right now. I just can't. It's really frustrating that it won't let me. When I'm just playing with my phone, I can put YouTube on side and I can look at something else, but I can't while I'm doing a live video. I mean, I'll try, but it would probably shut my show off. I was going to bring another computer with me, but I also kind of wanted to go to the park, and I didn't feel like dragging around a bunch of electronics with me. So I keep it simple, man. Just do everything from my phone. There was a time when I was good with the computers and stuff, and I was like, oh, maybe if I just made everything fancy and, just write everything out. And then you have a really good broadcast, and there'll be pictures and fancy. Okay, can you tell me the idea of it, or if you can tell me right now, or is an actual equation like, F equals the Q squared minus pi inversion ratio of what's up, Divine Hazel? What you doing? I can almost drink coffee again. It's a little bit. I've calmed myself down with a little bit of wine. Oh, you just heard it's a beautiful. Well, if you tell me what it is, if you tell me anything about it, I could probably break it down for you. I don't know. I really wish I had some. I'm looking. Did I have a video doing something? I can use that because I can still connect to the internet, and it has a bunch of my music on it. And I thought maybe I would have put it in here, but I did not. I don't know. It's funny with math people. because I came out of being very good at math. Like math was simple. I was doing, you know how people are very frustrated with Common Core math. I was like, yo, B, I was doing that in my head. Like, because I wasn't showing the work because I wasn't doing the work the way the teacher suggested. I was like, I'm just doing it in my head. Why do I have to do all that on the paper? I'm doing it faster in my head, and I'm just writing down the key things for me. I don't need to show you how I did that. So they said I'm cheating cheating. I was like, I'm not. I'm just literally doing it. Give me a question right now. I'll answer it. What do you think? I'll do it in my head. Yeah, but then I dropped out too soon, and I became less interested in whatever the beauty of math was, because I was tired of numbers because they became so numbing, and I started to like the English language. Okay, I'll check it out. I will look into this. Maybe I'll do my next video on that exactly. I don't know what those symbols mean. Energy is the caret thing. And then I don't know what the next symbol is. Is that a plus 1 equals 0? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm guessing just by looking at it that it is equivalent to the nil sum game. That all of this is for nothing. It's all for naught. It's all for whatever. So if we run the null or nil no sum game, it means no matter what you do within that, it's all in the end doesn't really matter, does it? Because you end up where you need to be, whatever that is. If the next realm is empty, so be it. And if it's full of life, and which I suppose it has to be, so be it. It's like I think it comes down to probably that there's nothing that you can really do that will adjust this reality to any major. It's like how, what? There you go, Jason Rojas. Yeah, numbers are numbing. That is the root of it. How do you think they came up with it? Unless, of course, you listen to the song. It's called the Pie Song. Go look it up. It's really pretty. I think it's like, I don't know if it's one chick that just overlaid her voice a bunch of times, or if it's 4 chicks or something. I don't know. They sing I think up to maybe 100 numbers in pi, and they got a little 3.64758. It's a flex. If somebody took that and put like a bass line behind it, it would be funky. And divine. If I could take that and I had the right equipment, I would totally do that tomorrow. I'd do it right now. But I don't have my equipment doesn't function that way. I mean, it could. I have a couple of systems. I'd have to plug them all in, and yeah. There was it's funny. I never found math fun. I just found it easy to do, so I stuck to it. And then I found the joy in writing, and now I don't like writing. I just like talking. I just think it takes too long for me to. Whenever I write, my words, no matter how hard I'm trying, immediately become so illegible, and because my mind works too quick that I can't keep up with my thoughts. And as I'm writing, I'm trying to slow my thought down so I can write it, and it doesn't work. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I lost my whole train of thought and the rhythm, and I can't do that. I can't write it down. It doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, I did. You know what? I did make a little. I did make some music just before when I was stuck inside because I thought it was gonna rain. I did make a little music, and maybe I'll share that with you guys on the next broadcast. It's kind of funky because I had this old program. Well, it's not old. It's just a simple to use program that I can use on my phone, and I was able to get the upgraded version. So I pay like $4, and it upgrades me to be able to do all this other shit that I normally couldn't do. It's not exceptionally powerful, but it's good enough. Anybody could use it is the point, which makes me feel like it's kind of silly. It's like not everybody can, even if you have an analog synthesizer and sequencer and all this is, even if you have that, you might not be that good at doing it. So at least that is somewhat original music, right? Where this is a very homemade. You know, analog, so like analog synths are where it's at. Playing directly analog, just acoustic guitars and shit. Nah, that's not. I'm not that nice with it. Hippie Island. Oh, yeah, you like this? That's so funny. Yeah, I've been rocking this because I don't know, feeling hatty these days. I've had my hair up so much in my bun that I just got tired of it, and I was like, I need to put my hair. Well, I'm not gonna put it fully down because I don't like to wear my hair all the way down with a hat on. It looks retarded. But yeah, it's pretty funky hat. Funky hat, white boy. Jimmy, what do I think about alcohol-free beer? My first thought, it's completely fucking worthless. Why? Why? If you can drink beer, just drink beer. There's nobody really truly that likes the flavor of beer. The only thing that be doing is substituting that addiction, and they think that they're feeding it somehow just because the flavor and the aroma is similar. I think it's worthless. Just fucking man up, drink a beer, get drunk if you need to, apologize for being an asshole, or learn how to drink right. I don't know. Sometimes I drink right, sometimes I turn into a complete fucking asshole. I don't know. It's not really, but that's just your opinion, man. That's just your opinion of what's going on. I don't know. That's like, what are you gonna drink? Alcohol-free wine and oh, they have alcohol-free alcohol, like spirits, like distilled. Like I'm like, all right, you guys the boat. Just stop. Just stop. If you don't like alcohol, then don't like alcohol. But if you do, well, learn what it is. Go ask a shaman, like literally, or somebody that knows, and be like, hey, can you interject with this spirit here and tell me which one this is? And then you could probably find somebody that has a couple decks of tarot cards, and like, or voodoo or hoodoo, like the gods and goddesses, and they could probably tell you who it's connected to, and then you could channel that and go, oh, this is what it is. Maybe don't drink that, drink this. I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking worthless. Oh, alcohol-free beer? Nah, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Yes, it's like vegans who eat fake meats. Thank you, Finn. Finn, you've done it. Meat-free meat and beer-free beer. How the hell dare you? It's like, that's like a fuck-free fucking. Doesn't even make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense. How about coffee-free coffee? Where they just take that, you know, it's like decaffeinated coffee. No, don't do that. Decaffeinated coffee is terrible. It's sprayed with so much bullshit. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? It's like fucking stroke me off, and then just like, you're doing something here. I'm good. I'm out of here. That's what alcohol-free alcohol does. Well, I mean, Jimmy, if that's what you get out of it, who am I to argue with you? You're way bigger than me, so I'm gonna hold my tongue and not argue with you about how stupid it is that you drink such shit. I'm not gonna tell you that. You already know that. I didn't need to tell you. Why would I? Who am I to say? Who am I to tell you what to do? Go out, drink your alcohol-free beer, you pussy. How's that? What do you think of that? You're far enough away from me where I can say that. Hopefully you don't come to New Orleans anytime. I'm like, I didn't say that online. You're like, I fucking heard you say it, and I'm like, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. It's not at all. No, nope. There you go, Jimin. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like, I mean, if you make something with alchemy, and then you remove officially like what you were there, like just drink tea then, man. You can make a beer flavored beer without it being, well, not a beer flavored beer. You can make something that tastes like beer that doesn't necessarily why remove the spirit? You know what, if they're removing all the alcohol in the spirit, who gets it? Where does it go? Where does it go? Does it go out? Here's a question. Does it go out through like a chimney, and then it's like right now all of us are drunk? Are we getting a contact buzz off of factories that take beer and then just release all of the alcohol into the air? I mean, because you know you can go places where you can breathe alcohol in, right? These You have oxygen bars and then you have alcohol bars where you can actually um, and you can do this. You check out this dude. His name's LA Beast. LA Beast did this video where what he would do is he'd take a bottle of wine and he would pump it up with oxygen, and then he would take the cap off and huff it. And he did it with a bunch, and he was sitting there with a full bottle of wine, and he was drunk as fuck, and he was not playing no games. He was drunk as shit. So he was getting high off of the alcohol fumes. It was very interesting. So. Mm. And again, he's definitely not playing around because he has videos of him eating fucking like the hottest of hot peppers. I mean, he does not play games. Drinking like 400, like I don't know. I think he drank like 48 eggs. Like he had two giant steins and it was like just pounding eggs. Like the dude's a maniac. LA Beast. He definitely has some. He's a big character. He's funny. Oh, Jimin, do you know our Beast? Have you ever met him? Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimin. Okay, so you know who that is. LA Beast is a fucking maniac. I would love to see you two meet. I don't know why. I don't think you're a maniac like him. But I mean, like size. I don't know if he's as big as you. I mean, he was a large human, but that'd be very interesting. I wonder what that conversation would look like. Like he'd be like, I ate like 1,000 raw eggs, and you'd be like, I ate 10 dead babies. I just assume you do. This is what you Nordic people do. You just eat. You eat like if babies. Just like, oh, hospital. Okay, babies in the trash. You just come clean it up. Oh, the olive oil. No, like, listen. Do you know how many things he's done that were terribly difficult to do, but it actually probably made him healthier? That olive oil shit. That olive oil shit and the cayenne, both of those things are making him so healthy he has no idea. Like the 20% of what he does is probably terrible for him, just absolutely horrendous, just crushing it. And the other 80% is so absolutely healthy that he's probably improving the state of his organs. Like the times he's sitting there like on the crapper or like throwing up or whatever, like he's actually purging things that need to get out of his body anyways. Because I could only imagine if he's doing that kind of shit, what is he doing the rest of the day? Like, you know, just things he's done off camera or like dares that he's had. Like how much of a fucking maniac is he? Yeah. Shall I drink a glass of olive oil? Here, Jimin, yes. Show Nice has, okay, Finn, Show Nice has some serious mental problems. That dude really needs a lot of help. Like, he needs a hug. He needs, there's a lot. That dude is officially 100% out of his fucking goddamn mind. I'm not saying that he's done anything crazier than LA Beast, other than just the wild amount of alcohol. But that's not the only reason. It's just something that's not right. He needs some help. But I mean, I love him enough. Glad he made a video, but he hasn't been talking. LA Beast doesn't. The only thing he's doing is getting himself like pretty much sick sometimes. He's not almost killing himself. And if you drank olive oil, yes. But if you're gonna do it, wear a diaper, homie. Hey, Jimin, if you drink, do it on camera. But then if you're gonna do it towards bedtime, and do all of that olive oil, and then do a glass of grapefruit juice. I'm not playing with you. Do that, wear a diaper, and then when you get up in the middle of the night and shit your fucking brains out, you'll have the greatest cleanse of your life. It will be your liver and gallbladder will just go, and anything that's in there, I'm done. We're out. And then it will also lubricate all of your insides. You'll be looking fiddle, man. Your skin will probably start glowing. You'll never have to worry about getting a sunburn, like that kind of thing. And because the grapefruit and it's always a fat and an acid. Fats and acids do a good number on the body. If you do it, like fucking put it on camera, man. I would say do an actual cleanse, but do an extreme cleanse. You know, show nice, man. Uh. I don't know. Well, here's the proper dose is this, Jim. And the proper dose is 1 cup, 1 cup to 1 cup. You could do it right now. Fucking do it. Just know that you're gonna have to shit pretty soon, and it's not important that you do it if you're gonna do a lot of it. But usually, what you'd want to do is lay down, so that way you're just relaxed. You don't want to be doing anything. You don't want to be like running around doing shit for a lot of reasons. But you just want to lay down and let that get into your organs. But that's 1 cup to 1 cup, I think. I think that's about the right ratio. Then that's a standard protocol. So if you were to do like a this much or a 750, just do it, man. Fucking it's gonna be hard to take down. I mean, I don't mind it. Some people like to mix it up first. They'll put them together and kind of like put it in a blender, but then it can emulsify and it turns into like a mayonnaise, and you don't want that. You want just put them in there and shoot it down, man. I don't mind it. Some people choke on it. They think it tastes like raw eggs. They don't like the oil. I don't mind it. But that much, have fun. Let me know how it goes. I want to see you do it. Let me know if you're gonna do it. I'll stop this video and watch you do it. I don't know how much it would take to like how soon you'd actually shit, because it's going to do some things. Yeah. And as usual, I take no responsibility if you end up laid out on the floor dead. I don't have anything to do with that. This is totally on you. You've done your research. You know what it takes to just type of cup. It's not gonna. I really don't think it could. I think you're just basically doing what anybody else does by eating way too many hot peppers or doing something like that. That you're going to be in. You'll probably be in the shitter for an hour, just releasing bile. Hey, there you go, Jimmy. If he dies, he dies. It's pretty much the size of it. So tomorrow, yes, Jimin will be blessing us. If I'm dead, if I wake up dead, I'm dead. Yeah. Oh yeah, Finn. He also eats shoes. Yep. That makes sense. Is that why they call him Shoe Nice? I write on my head. I listen to Zen. Now I'm dead. Yeah. Well, what's up, man? And if you do, you can thank me. Hopefully, it's not. I don't think it'll be traumatic for you if you do. If you come and find me in another realm, be like, Zen, I'm here. I'm like, you listened. How was it? Like, it was good. Like taking a heroic dose of mushrooms, huh? Most people, I think, listening to half the things I tell them that it's good for them, I think they think in their mind it's like doing a heroic dose of mushrooms. I think they think that, like, some people are really into health. I'm like, all right, well, drink your piss. And they're like, what? All right, don't. What do you mean? Like, but that's disgusting. Luck is not needed for the hearts, the warrior hearts, and the Viking gods. That's really it, Zen? What are you talking about? Like what I said about like when you tell somebody to do something and they just think they think it's the wildest thing. Like they're gonna fucking. There's levels to wild shit you can do. I'm not at the highest level of wild shit by no means. I never claim to be. I talk to the people that are a couple levels beneath me. I'm like, come on, it's not that bad. There's places I'll walk that you won't walk. It's just that simple. And there's some places that you'll go that I'm like, I don't know about that. Like you might. I don't know. Meditative awakening. My master didn't pee anymore because his kidneys absorb urine. Yeah, this is so funny. Somebody was saying this yesterday. Have you ever seen that video? And it's very funny because I know my one of my best friends. She's Indian, and she, for whatever reason, uh, she gets so involved in her work that she won't piss for a long time. She's like just drinking water and just cycling it inside of herself. I've done it. I've done it like thoughtfully many times. That I'll really have to piss, and I'll just like, no, I'm gonna just get through this somehow, and I just start to like, and then I don't have to pee. It's really weird. Like if I pissed, I'd piss like a bucket, and then I was like, nah, let's just put this back into the system and cleanse again. And yeah, you can do it. But again, unless you're already cleansed, you can only do it so many times. It's like you want to. There's there's some reason to allow the organs, all of the shit that is absorbed. You don't want it cycling back through the blood again and then absorbing back into the organ because you still want to clean the organ out. Yeah, it'd be like trying to clean a dirty pool with dirty water. It doesn't make any sense. But if you're healthy, it's only going to make you healthier because you'll cleanse quicker. You got it. There's a precipice. It's there's a point. The start of your journey, don't think about it. Somewhere in the middle, if you think it's a good idea, give it a shot. See if it's making you feel bad or making any kind of it's not that hard to do. There's a couple breathing things you can do with some diaphragm breathing, and then there's some things you can do to move your organs, and a couple postures you can put yourself in to squeeze your organs out. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's crazy. He can teleport for real? Yeah, I assume I can't, I can't do it on command. I couldn't just sit here and, let me see if I can. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't know. It would take me a little bit. I would have to be in the right, like maybe if I was underneath a tree or it was like somewhere I was quiet. There's too much road and this dude's talking. There's a little too much franticness. I mean, if I'm sleeping, we can almost get there. I've tried to teleport, but the thing is, if I'm teleporting somewhere and doing something, astrally traveling, teleportation, if I'm doing that, the other person has to be aware that I'm going to come and hang out with them. Because if not, I've had plenty of people tell me like that I've come and hung out with them in their dreams, like many, 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 many people. And I was like, maybe I did, but I didn't know who you were, but you wanted me to, and so I came. And I was like, I probably remember the dream. I was probably there and coherent, but I don't know who you are or why I would do that. But you asked, so I showed up, and that's kind of how that works, I think. But if the person doesn't know I could go to anywhere I want, right? I mean, I'm not that good at it, but I could see how somebody could be because I've done it. And when times that I've really been like on it, like this is what I'm doing all month. I was like obsessive about it. Every night I'm trying to get out of body. I'm really trying to, then your focus changes. Your whole capacity to get into different realms changes. It depends on your focus. Like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do today? Divine. That's a pretty good assessment. Yeah, divine. I think that's a very good assessment. There's always something going on somewhere. I mean, to the level of the shit right now as a whole totality because of the man-made media bullshit. It seems worse. Everybody makes they're dramatic. They make everything seem worse than it is, and it's really not that bad. Like if you compare like the worst, the traumas that you've ever been through with what this is, you're just kind of like, nah, it doesn't even compare. Like I've a couple of traumas that I've had physically made me realize that, I mean, I always knew it, but it made me realize even more. I would never, even on my worst enemy, wish any of the traumas that I've ever had, even if it helped them. I mean, I just couldn't. I could not even. If you've ever cut your cornea open with a piece of hot lead, you ever done that? Yeah, you don't want to. And even if I hated you, if I watched you kill my family in front of me and rape their dead bodies, I mean, I guess at that point it's just necrophilia. But if that happened, I still wouldn't want you to have a burning hot ember of of lead cut your eye open and then have a laser beam stuck in it for 10 minutes. I would never want that. It's ridiculous. And that's only one of the things, you know? That's just so the world, their idea of what trauma is, and like, you know, bad days and shit. Like, nah, man. I know that there's other people out here that struggled like a motherfucker, and it's like you can never know what people have gone through. You know, you can never know what their challenges have been, their traumas have been. Like, man, I mean, this shit is just people just being over dramatic about the bullshit. I'm a drama queen myself. No, actually, not either. No, I mean, I guess I deal with. I use drama as a comedy, a weapon in comedy. Tree electromagnetic fields. Yeah, I always sit over at the grandpa tree. There's a couple trees. Oh, you guys, I found a new. Yes, I found a new labyrinth. Have I already taken you to the other one? So there's grandpa tree is right there, right there. We can go walk over to grandpa tree, and then there's a labyrinth that they built just last year. And then the other labyrinth is on the other park in an Autobahn, and it's next to the World Tree. I think they call it the World Tree. So they're like in these two parks, and they're the biggest. They're like 800-year-old oaks, and one's over there, and there's also, it's really interesting. Now I kind of want to map this shit out because it's kind of a little bit chill. It gave me a little chills a little bit. The distance from that tree to the in that park over there, there's a distance between where this old tree is, and I wonder the distance between the tree and the labyrinth, and this is a very similar labyrinth. So there you go, labyrinths, man. And so electromagnetic fields are also held within. If you look at a labyrinth and a lingam, so a lingam, it's penis kind of reference, and a labyrinth, which is water flowing, it's feminine. When you have this lingam, there's an energy system that the water creates because it's moving through this labyrinth, and it creates this kind of a vortex, I guess, an energy center. So with the lingam and the labyrinth, it's creating free energy for real. So yeah, I can see how a tree does that, because a tree is taking from the water table beneath through its roots and basically cycling things throughout its system. Yeah, so interesting. Finn, I hear you on that. I can see how it's possible. Like once you're in that mode, once you're in that state of awareness, then yeah, I get it. I don't doubt the possibility. I just don't see the use always. I see the use for some people. Some people should do that. Some people should do certain types of fast. Some people shouldn't. Some people should go live that life, and other people do not. Some people, they talk about the sadhus, like hold on, I was just give me 1 second. Depending on the culture, the different the cities, the sadhis. So I live in a city right now. It's a city. It's the same word. It's for a reason. It's an electrical generating point. It's a vortex of energy. So any city you live in is a city, and well, I mean, these are places of power, right? So a city gains their types of power, and those they're all different types of them. Some that study one aspect of this and one aspect of this, and they all somehow generate power out of that. Yeah, the cities. The mind needs to be at peace. Yeah, or at wholeness, huh? So this little fly is hanging out on my phone right now. What are you doing? Oh, there he is. Oh, he just landed on my finger. Oh, Jimin, that's hilarious. I could see how that's up. That's crazy. I had a really crazy dream that I was sitting in this room, staring out a window, and I could see this water, and I could see the waves and everything coming in, but I was at such a high floor and altitude that it didn't affect where I was. I mean, I was in a building, but I was on the top floor. And very interestingly, I've always lived on the top floor of buildings. I mean, most of the time I live in houses and whatever, like ground floor, like I'm right there. But every time I live in an apartment, always top floor. It's really weird. Just so happens. And but this dream that I had was a place that like months and months later, I was like, holy shit, I'm in the place that I saw in my dream, and it was no different. And I was like, that's so crazy. Seeing these waves crashing and all this like apocalyptic type event. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah. Meditative. You want to see grandpa tree? Do I practice tantra? I mean, like sexually, or you mean tantra in the larger perspective? Like, sure, I guess. I mean, I have no. My way is the water way. It's of no way. I don't have a way that I do anything really. I have a few things that maybe I occasionally come back to as a mantra, or like this is my my obsessive compulsive. Yeah, I have those to a degree, but mainly no. I don't find it fitting. It's listen to me talk over the years. It's wildly different, and even during one broadcast, it's wildly different because I don't. The patterns and maybe if you listen to it and really broke it down, maybe I do have a pattern to the way I speak. But I try. Well, that's the thing is I don't try to not have a pattern. It happens the way it happens, how it happens, when it happens. It's like if I haven't developed enough of my core of my spirit, my soul already, like what am I going to do? I can't just be order it. I can't be like, if I just do these things like this, that tantrically my practice would be like, if I do this and I just breathe and like I do that from time to time, but sometimes I'm gonna go if I'm playing around with somebody, I don't know, dude. Like yes and no is the answer. There you go. Do I do it always? No. Who doesn't practice tantric? I don't want to meet them. I hear you. Yeah. I mean, within the whole thing, I mean, everything should be some sort of sexual thing, And that's once you start saying everything is this kind of divine intercourse between what is magnetic and electric, then but then am I going to take away the wonders of just sex being sex, and then just turn it into something like an electrical system? I don't know. Shit. That's hilarious. You know how many people said some weird shit to me like that? I don't know if I avoid it or if it just I expect it, or it doesn't freak me out, but it freaks me out. Like if I think about it too much, I'm like, damn. Like whenever I say like, it's crazy that like a million, like people watch my videos a million times. That's crazy to me. To think of like, am I saying something that's important? Must be. But then it's also like, no, come on. This is. I mean, I'm just fucking around. I don't know. I don't know anything. Except I do. That's the difficult part for people. Except I do. So I mean that's the feeling. When people tell me shit like this, they're like dreams of me and blah blah blah. I kind of get it. Because I've had dreams of things that were beyond as real as this realm. It was as this. It was smells, tastes, touches, and it was like I'm in another body. That's another one of mine. I didn't. I've looked in mirrors sometimes and seen a different body, and sometimes I've seen this one, as if it was like a holographic overlay. Yeah, Divine Hazel. Sean Hood, what's up? Yeah, rock on. There you go. Sean Hood, yeah. So which number should I see? Do you want me to divine something? There's a paper right there. If I open up the paper, do you think I'll find one of those numbers? Sean Hood? John Hood. I'll pick up a paper and see if I can find any of those numbers. How do dreams connect to this reality? I think it's just density. Think about it. If my body is a shell and inside of it's another shell, inside of that shell is another shell, or outside of me, I just can't see how big the shell is. Maybe I'm living inside of my own body, and then inside of my body is another shell of me. I see it in both directions, and if we can press our body into our spirit, you know, like our spirit is expressing our body, but if we can press our body into our spirit and then jump out over there, we can go and walk around in another realm, which I think is akin to the dream world. The dream world is no different than this. This is just the most solid form that we're in. We're in this particular octave, right? Sometimes we get out of body and we're like feeling high, right? You do a bunch of psychedelics or you do something and you're in this octave. Sometimes you're in this octave. Most of the time we just straddle this realm. And other times people can get to the other realms and like, oh man, if you take psychedelics, what it is it's a key to the back door. It's not giving you access completely. It's saying, hey, come in for a second, but then you got to roll, which is fine. People need to see it, but to think that it's separate, you know, people, but I've been there. Like, yeah, but can you access it all the time? Can you walk in the front door? Is the question. Yeah? Some of us can't. Some of us, you know, I mean, it's not that we need to. There's all sorts of ways to get into the different dimensions and realms and things to play around amongst. But it's just where your level of awareness and consciousness is, and so which is affecting your vibration. If I drink too much coffee, I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out at coffee shops. I'm hanging out amongst coffee people, smoking on a bunch of cigarettes. You know, I don't smoke cigarettes, so I barely drink coffee. But yeah, there's that. So your dreams, I think, are just a vibrational construct of different bodies that you have. And you just, you know, think of playing a video game. You could be playing six characters in the same video game. Just sign up in different accounts. There you go. Now you're playing the same game with 6 different characters. That's you. Which one are you jumping into? That's the most solid one. That's the one you got like 20,000 credits in. The rest of them you got like, okay, well, you're just in this round. You're in this round. I think that's how the dream world works. So John Hood, do you want me to play the game? See if I can figure it out. Let's see if we can divine something. One page. It's right here. Let's see. Well, let's see. Well, we've already accomplished the task on the front page. 4. So we got 44 and 22. 44 and 22. Already accomplished part of the task. Didn't even have to open the thing up. Next page. Open it up. 33. 22, 44, 33. I haven't even started opening the thing. I haven't even paid attention yet. Right there. Ah, yes. Okay. No, there's 22 again, but that should have been none that would happen. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a big numbers, big win. Got 22 again. Huh. A lot of 20s showing up here because the 2020 shit. Another 33. Huh. Well, there you go. Playing around a little bit. I'm not going to play too much of this. I'm not going to spend all my magic right now. Told you 2022s were popping off right there, huh? 2120. Okay, fine. So you know what time it is here? It's 3:22. What is that? Is that something Masonic to you? Is that something put from the Illuminati? March 22nd. Oh, where did I get this? I got this from what's his name? It's funny you say that. It's a dude that always does his videos in black and white. His name's Jay. He does his videos in black and white. And he always black. Funny that I'm wearing the shirt. I bought it from him. I always just thought it was such a fresh shirt. I mean, he only wanted like 20 bucks for us. I'm like, I'll spend $20 at the store for a shirt anyway. So, I forget the name of his channel. I haven't seen his channel in a while. I don't know what the fuck happened. I mean, I think he still has a channel. I just don't. Sometimes magically a bell on your thing just turns off. That's happened with me. I know a lot of people say they're like, dude, I don't even fucking get the notification that you're doing a show. And you're like, well. Do you know who I'm talking about though? His name is Jay something. He's from Cali, California. Um, hmm. Well, I'm gonna start selling T-shirts, and I'll let you guys know. And it's gonna be, it's gonna say high functioning autistic savant, and then also keep 6 feet away. But that's just for. So do you guys want to go see this tree and this? It's not that far of a walk. I think I have the juice for it. Yeah, I got the juice for it. You guys want to do it? It's up to you. We'll be sit here and talk. It doesn't matter. Oh, hey, little fly. It's Finn. You want to do it? Finn is all for seeing this labyrinth. I'm gonna need at least 2 more people to say yes to this. You gonna share with my autograph? Okay. Hand done. It's funny. I don't really sign much. I normally just scribble shit. I don't really. My autograph changes from day to day. Sometimes I'll scribble it this way. Sometimes I'll do one of these. Sometimes I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You want to go walk around? Okay. Let me get my book bag put together and we'll get the hell out of here. Although I do have to piss. Um, shit. Shit. I don't have to shit though, which is funny because I do. I know I'm gonna have to shit, but and there's so little places to have a bathroom, man. We gonna risk it. Okay, here. Join me inside just for a second, and so I can go piss, and then we'll take this walk. But I have to put you guys onto mute because if I don't put you on a mute, um, if I don't put you on a mute, then this whole thing in here, they have music playing, and it might fuck my shit up. So give me a second. Okay, you tweakers, come join me. Let's go find something to do. Let's go find this thing.
Yeah.
Let's go find this labyrinth here. Let's walk through the fancy neighborhood and see if there's any of these fancy people have or the coffee shop. And I forgot to turn it off. We're back though. Oh no. Oh, there we are. Phew. Thought I lost you guys. Guess not. So yeah, I was on the network for the coffee shop, and that didn't work so good. Okay. I think this is Fancy Pants neighborhood. Let's try this. Let's try going down here. Oh yeah, I like this. This is the correct path. Come join me, won't you? Or will you? It was not a meditative. That was not a fast poo because I didn't poo. I don't. No. If I'm a shit dude, I enjoy my shit. I sit there. And I relax. Well, actually, I just get onto just go to Instagram and scroll through, and end up with the bruised knees from sitting there for too long. Like damn. But I do have a bidet, which is very important. If you don't own a bidet, I implore you to buy one. It is maybe the single best purchase. No, without question, it's the best purchase I've ever made in my life. Why? Because if I shit once a day, let's just pretend. Once a day, I get to sit down and keep a really clean butthole. I'm gonna dig around in there for poop. Let's just spray the water in there, and I'm clean. It pays for itself because you don't have to use any toilet paper. Really, it's real, and it's so nice, especially if you live in a hot climate. You can just sit on the toilet on a fucking hot day and spray your asshole with cold water. It's fantastic. Highly suggest it. It's why in public I don't really prefer shitting in public. Not that I care about taking a dump if I'm out. I don't, if you got to shit, you got to shit. I get it. But no, it's just so much more. It's not even the comfort of my own home. I just don't know why restaurants don't have these things. It's cleaner, it's more sanitary, it's like, man, less wasted paper products, all that kind of shit. It's good for the environment and good for your butthole. We're almost to the tree. Countdown from, let's see, what is it like? I think maybe 6 minutes to get to the tree. Maybe not that long. So here's check these fun houses out. These are called, those are not umbrellas. It's a P word. Anybody know? Look at the beautiful colors on this. Here, this purple people eater house. These are mammoth places. And these are all, it's funny, these are all single family houses mostly. But these are pretty big. Where like in the city, if you get near the houses, they always split them up, and these would be rental property. They'd be like more than one person living in them. Hello, person and doggy. Okay, hello, not person and doggy. See that? That kind of shit is irritating as fuck to me. I looked at them and said, "Hey, hello," and they bowed their eyes and didn't say a word, as if I didn't exist. They treated me like I was second-class citizen, or like worthless. Like they dehumanized me right there. Dehumanized me. That's how. But you know what though? I don't really care because it makes me a God, not less than them. It makes me more than them. Bow your eyes to me. They looked at the ground when I said hello. I smile on my face. What's up? What are you doing? How's your day? Hi, dog. Hi, person. No response. I mean, really, in the real world, do you know if you walk into the old culture, if we talk about like the real native culture, you could get punched in the face for that. No, seriously, you don't respect your goddamn elders, and even if I'm not an elder, if they were the elder, I acknowledge them. So you acknowledge me, right? You acknowledge somebody and they don't acknowledge you. That's rude. That is rude as fuck right there. That's right, Crow. That's rude. And I have that bullshit. Fuck that. Hi, Crow. You want to see the crow? Right over there. Oh, let's see if I passed. Grandpa, is he left or right? Let's see. Let's find. Oh, he's right over here. Yay. We've walked right here. He is. Old Grandpa. The Grandpa tree. Let's go check him out. Oh, they finally mowed all the grass. Looks all fresh. Smells good. Even though I've complained about mowing the grass, if you're gonna plant grass, I guess fucking mow it. Here's the pathway if you ever want to climb the tree. It's a decent path. Here. Here you go, so you can see what it is. As I brought you guys here many times. Let's make sure. Can you see this? The McDonough oak, 800 years old apparently. So here's the tree. Pretty big guy, huh? Pretty big. What up, G-Paw? Well, I don't have that much juice to be fucking around with, so let's go over to let me go show you the labyrinth, and then I can plug my phone in and we can go from there. But here, this is part of his branches. I love this part of the. I'll put my hammock up over here. I have my hammock in my backpack, but right here, so backpack it up right there. So I'll hang it right here and attach it over there. Perfect close. Or that one too. That works. But yeah, isn't that fun? You think that's another tree? It's not. Oh, and there's a beautiful, right in the middle of it, hanging out. Oh yeah, that's a very. What's up, Marcus Leonard? When people bow to me as I walk, I bow back, yeah. What juice do I have? This is just some coffee, man. Yeah, this is I mean, if you guys haven't I've taken you guys on a lot of journeys around this park. I want to think about how to get to this other spot. It's the I actually just found it yesterday. You guys don't even know this exists. And it was only built last year, so really not a lot of ways you'd know it existed. But here's this beautiful. These are all very old trees. Like this is why the whole plasma apocalypse thing that happened last time, the reset, didn't really touch New Orleans as much as people, it really didn't fuck with the city. And I'll show you some other ancient architecture, and somehow it stayed here. I showed you guys this yesterday, but I don't think people are understanding what I was saying, because there's 3 buildings over here that are not recently built. One is the Parthenon looking one. One is called NOMA. You could look it up. It's called the New Orleans Museum of Art. Look that up, and if you look at it, right away you know it was what you call a mudflood building. Nothing happened to the building. You see, when you talk about mudflooders, you go, just buried everything around it. No, it didn't. It didn't touch the building because it was electric. It's a magnetical electrical storm. And because the building was built from what it was built from, it didn't affect it. John and Pam. Yeah, so check out this thing right here. So you guys can see this. It is. Yeah, hold up. Okay, here you go. Here, check out this building right behind me. That's not recent. That's been there. So there was what you call the World Fairs. That's not recent. You know how many pillars hold that thing up? Take a guess. 12 of them. 12 of them. And then let's see. You didn't just build that for a bandstand or something. That was for a whole different purpose. We'll walk by these over here. It's very funny. Yesterday it was mad busy here. Today it's like empty. I don't know. Was it Thursday? Yesterday it was packed here. Today, I think nobody's here. Doesn't quite make sense. What degree is it? Celtic Aisha. Yeah, I used to have a dog. That's correct. No longer. Okay, let's go. I'll show you this other building, and then we'll get all the way over to this labyrinth. Come. You can still see me? Oh. Okay. Here we go. Take a moment or two here. And I'm not going to be able to really read your comments here, so unless I have anything important to say, you guys are just going to meditate in silence. I mean, you can meditate, while making noise too, I guess. You can meditate any way you want. See, some people think that you need to be silent. It's not necessarily true. Ooh, I do smell that good though. Somebody's smoking that good green. Should go find them, get high with them. Okay, here's the other building. You see it? You're telling me that was just built recently? No. What was that there for? And in front of it, there's 4 lions. Yeah. Let's go. So yeah, that's sitting there. So there's that thing, and then this thing built in the late 1800s, which I don't believe. Not believe for a second. Oh, there's dogs this way. We're going to follow dogs. And we'll find you the I don't know if I should go. You guys are gonna have to let me. You guys are gonna have me choose. Go right or left up here. Right or left. Oh, there's a dog right here. Oh, it's a big pity. Oh, we get to play with the dog right now. Oh yes. Hi. Hey, fathead, come over here. I'll play with you. Where you going? Where you going? What's up, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come over here. Come here. Come here. You want human interaction? Come. No? Well, I'm gonna sit down and wait for you because I'm gonna play with you. If that's okay. If that's okay. Yes. Where'd you go? Are you hiding now? Hey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, that was a squirrel. Yep, that was dinner. That was dinner. Oh. Okay, well, this dog doesn't want to play with me now. I don't know if it is actually a squirrel. I just, it's being funny. Okay. Well, have a good day, y'all. Oh, see, the dog is too busy. The dog likes food better than humans. It's this big fucking fat pit bull, and there was a couple of, ooh, it smells good. There's some hippies around here. There was a couple. There was a family next to and they're like, they got scared. They're like, "You got to come get your goddamn dog." I could hear it. It was so funny. And I was like, "Yeah, but if that guy is confident his dog's not gonna eat you, you should probably be confident too, because I don't think he's trying to have like, you know, murder charges on his hands because this dog, bit your arm off or some shit." That's what I don't get about people like. I mean, I get it if you're fearful of dogs because you got bit one time, but shit, I've been bit like 3 times by dogs. And I know exactly why every time. And it was never from somebody who said, "My dog is nice." I think I gotta take a, which way? That's left or right, guys. Yes, there was a little bit. Meditative? No, I could not right now. I can't even think about the idea of dealing with anything dying in front of my fucking face again. It's a little too much already. And the having a puppy thing, depending on where you live and like, just this whole shit that's going on with the. I want another dog. I'm considering getting a hamster and letting it run around on a leash because I think that'd be hilarious. And that way, I don't think you could really have like a great affinity for a hamster. Not to say they couldn't have a great personality and really be like good friends or whatever, but I don't know. Getting another dog, yeah, I'm like, hey, I only have so much of my soul that can get ripped out of me at any point in time. Yeah, so I don't think so. I did meet a girl the other day who is sexy AF. That means as fuck. Red hair girl, which I don't really date red hair girls. I mean, it's been a while. She had a little pit bull who was like a year old, and I gave her my number, but she said, first she was saying something. I was like, hey, if you ever need somebody to watch your dog, and she was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, you could use that number for someone else, right? And she kind of smiled, and I was like, okay, cool. And I don't know that she's called me or not because I don't answer phone numbers, but I don't know. So I think I would just expect people to, I think the cordial thing to do in this day and age is to text somebody and like, oh, it's so-and-so, here's my number, whatever. But, I got a couple phone calls, and I was like, oh, it might be her, and I just like, I don't know. Oh, she'll call back if she's interested. Just text me first, it makes it easier. But nonetheless, so she has a dog, so that way I wouldn't be quite as, say attached to it, like it's hers, right? So it's like, that's her energy, her heart, whatever. And, oh shit, see this? It's tips for physical distancing. Here, tips. It says it right there, tips for physical distancing. Know what 6 feet looks like. See, this is how, it's telling you that 6 feet is this far. So that's only 6 feet right there? I didn't know that. Interesting. That's crazy. I thought 6 feet was a lot more than that. But apparently, I guess it's only what I used to think was about 6 inches. But hey, they know better than I do. What the hell do I know? I'm an idiot with no sensibilities. Okay. I think we're going the right direction right now. Like I told you guys, I don't know exactly where this is, so I'm kind of just stumbling my way through here. But we will find this cool labyrinth. I'm not gonna walk it because it will take 30 minutes at least. Well, I don't know if it's that big, but I know it'll take longer than I want to spend. More dogs, yes. More dogs. I'm not on a leash. My favorite fucking thing. Let's see. I've been bit by one dog that jumped out of its house. I bit was one dog that was trying to fuck me. Well, I was bit by one dog that was on a leash, whose owner was a piece of shit. That's about all. Dogs. Oh no, she's feeding it. I could play with this dog. Hi. Let's see. I think I gotta go this way and take a. Let's see if maybe these people know. Let me ask somebody. Hey, my friend, do you know where the labyrinth is? You know, next to the children's park. There's a the new labyrinth that they built next to the children's park.
The what?
The labyrinth next to the children's park. You know the children's. Okay. Stumble around for it. Well, he was the absolute worst person I could have asked for that. He had no interest at all in helping me. I could have probably been bleeding out on the side of the road, and he would just let me there to die. I got sent it all over him. He was like, what the fuck? I'm too busy on my phone here. I got things to do. I was like, brah, you're like 70 and you're riding a scooter. Settle down. Let's go this way. I will jump back. I will jump back into your comments in a section. In a second. Okay, yes. This is the way I need to go. Yes, he told me everything I need to know by the fact that he couldn't answer me. There's this wonderful stadium right here that I've never been here, but this is like a huge stadium they used to do all these events at, and yeah. Soccer field, football field, probably seats like 10,000. Got a track on it around it. Oh, here you go. Can you see? Okay. It's nice. Yeah. Here's the old ticket booths right here, I guess. You see? Little ticket booths. Even though they weren't originally ticket booths, I doubt that. That's not how you get in anymore. Oh shit, it's open. I could walk in here right now. Right here. And that other gate I could walk into. Yeah, we could get in there for sure. Yeah, I just don't have any reason to go in there right now. Because we're going to find this labyrinth. I'm in the larger labyrinth looking for the smaller one because I don't remember exactly what it is. but I will find it. Over there is like a carnival, like circus. Anybody know about you ever known any carnies? You know what carny is, right? It's funny, a friend of mine had a dog named Carney. It was the slowest moving, well-behaved dog I've ever met in my life. At 2 years old, it was as if it was 100. It wasn't hurt, it wasn't anything, it just kind of just walked around. Didn't really run too often. I was like, listen, very well. No leash needed whatsoever. But carnies need to be put on leashes. You ever hung out with a carny? You better hope your wallet is tied on tight, your watch is strapped on, fucking glued on. If anybody doesn't know, not from America, a carny is a person that works at a carnival. So, yeah, they get by slightly different than most do. Carnies are like the original hustlers, you know, town to town. You know, as long as everybody had fun, they'll take you for whatever you're willing to give up, that kind of thing. Okay, I think I've accomplished almost this task. Here's, I like this. They have all of this ripped down, like, or this, all this, see right here, it's like, it's covered up so they don't go on there and use the stuff, but then the front of it's just ripped down. Like, why are you doing that? It's always funny when I go to where all the kids parks are. They put those things around it, and then you'll see like the kids just rip the shit down and go play. Like, how dare you? Oh yes, here we are. We've come right upon it. Now I know for the future which direction I'm going. Let's see, I think it's to the left, maybe? Or is it to the right? I don't know. We'll find out when I get to the other side of the street, I guess. Here's another pretty tree. Lined, the lining with these oaks here. Ka. So I think it's this way. Why, yes. Ka. 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 Let's see, do I go left or right here? I think maybe it's... I'm starting to feel like it's right. I think it is to the right. Let's go this way. We're almost there. No despair. Relax. We're playing the game of the tortoise and the hare. Remember it? Why does the tortoise win? Why does the tortoise win the race even though the hare is faster? Why? It's not that difficult. It's because the hare is the moon. Or excuse me, the hare is the sun and the tortoise is the moon. While it seems like the sun's running in a way, the moon's running in a way, the winning of the race is done by, yeah, there you go. So I like 365 days, 364 point, blah, 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 yeah, 28.5 days. Yeah, it's the math. That's the story of the sun and the moon. And yes, we've come upon this brand new pathway next to the old, where some junkies sleep. I don't call them junkies, I mean, it's people that like to participate in different substances than you do. I always wonder about that. You know? Like crack, or, you know, all of the ones like, oh, these are the evil ones. Like, I wonder if those are not actually the evil ones, just like the entry points to some realm that they don't want you involved in. I mean, if you... Could be. Maybe you're just seeing them on the outside. Maybe you're not seeing their internal dialogue with reality. Here we go. Here's the labyrinth. Let me put my stuff down so I can properly show you this. Check it out. Let me flip this around real quick. I don't know why this is not flipping out for me. Okay, here you go. See, check it out. So, I gotta turn the volume up on the color. It's a labyrinth, yes. They just built this last year. So you would start here. I'm not gonna do the whole thing because it's gonna take a while. Yeah, that's a lot. Then you get to the middle, and then how do you get out? You gotta walk the same way backwards. But see, some labyrinths, they have a separate entrance and exit point. And the other labyrinth is next to a giant tree. So how far we just walked from the other one? I think this is much farther. Much farther than the other place in the Autobahn. But nonetheless, there you go. There's the tree. There's the Celtic. See, it's like a Celtic kind of. So you got Celtic knots, Celtic crosses, and these labyrinths, which always have something to do with that system. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me flip this around and let's go find a place where I can't see my dumb face. And I don't want this coffee anymore, but I feel bad saving it for later. If I chug it right now, this is bad news. I need to go find a place with a little bit of hey, let's go hang out. Let's go hang out in this pavilion, and we'll see what kind of energy we can pick up on. Check this thing out. This is a children's museum, I think. I don't think there's like, you know, children in the museum. Like you get like, oh, look at there's children. I think it's like I think it's for children, like the learning and things. I don't know. I've never been there. Let us go over here and see what kind of energies are under this tree. We'll go under this tree right here. See what we find. Some river there. Get back to chitty-chatting. Oh, interesting. Oh, look over here. Let's try this out. I've not tried this out before. And there are, actually, funny enough, I think they're just in there hanging out, doing something. I think they're doing something artistic, not junkie like. Although, you know, you can be both an artist and a junkie, I suppose. All right, let's sit over here. All right, cool. Nice little spot. And here I am, and there you are. Okay, we're back. Oh, Cal, oh yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was super fucking awesome. Oh yeah, no, it's an everyday thing. Sometimes just the most random things happen, and somebody thinks I'm like fucking like emotionally something. You know, it's like you know, no, it's just something that occurred that I'm like, and fuck. You know, it's like everything reminds me of you, that kind of thing. What do you do with it? I don't know. That's fucking deal. I just handle it. I just go, okay, if I guess I'm crying right now. Finn, that's awesome. Blonde mouse named George, that's awesome. Go ask me if I play with the doggy. Yeah. I'll play with the doggies. I mean, on the way back, they're both the dogs would play with me, but the one was really focused on both of them actually got focused on eating, and they're like, do I eat or do I go play with that guy right now? That's fucking tough. What's up, Truth Addicts? I'm a parrot. I'm meditative awakening. I absolutely despise anything about people keeping birds as pets in any way. I think they should be hung up by their nuts and castrated on public display. It's just the way I feel about it. I mean, I don't know why. I just find it disgusting. I think it's a disgusting thing. I don't even like the idea of domesticating a dog or a cow or anything like that. But I get that's not that bad. I mean, I could see the parrot. Like if I lived on an island, or if I lived like, you know, like at the beach, if I lived somewhere where like their cage was always open and it was just a place for them to like eat and whatever, and they could fly away anytime they wanted, I'm all for that. That's 100%. So I'm not against people like the, you know, bird people. No, I'm good for that. But you know, people that I've seen, you know, they live in places in small apartments and buildings, and they got birds. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. There's nothing to do about that. I don't want anything to do with that person. And that person has like, we're not even on the same page of you know, just if you beat your children every day, I'd probably have less of a problem with you, because I could understand why you'd beat your children. Like I couldn't understand why you'd take a bird that doesn't deserve to be locked in a cage, that you're a warden for a bird's spirit. And so fuck you, honestly. That's just the way I feel about bird people. So if you have a bird, that's just like, we probably would never get along in real life. Probably not. It's not that I held resentment towards you. I just know what kind of person you are. Because if you think that's a good idea, is that how you feel? Like I don't care if you started a war with another country and slaughtered billions of people. Seriously, I think the person that holds a little canary in a cage is a worse person. But hey, that's my opinion. You know, good thing the world isn't run by my rules, because it would be close to anarchy. I don't have too many rules. That's the only one. Crack is delish. Truth Addict. You know what's funny about that is I do have a friend who smokes rocks. Seriously. And they're one of the most well-rounded people. It's not like every day. It's like somehow they've got their crack addiction under control. They're not a crackhead. They just, you know, they've done so many different substances that it's all to them just one other substance that they might do on a daily basis. They might not do anything. They might smoke, you know, a blunt. But you know, their life is much different than yours. And actually, I know more than a couple of people that like are very well-adjusted humans. Actually, better than most of the people that I know that are doing chemicals that are way worse than crack. Yep, by doctors' orders. Yeah, they've lost reality. And these people are like, wow, they're decent people, and they're kind. Shows the darker side of myself. Oh yeah. What do you mean? Are you talking to me, Truth? Because I said people should be like, that wasn't even dark. That was playful. Chug the beer. Zen do a ritual reverse the COVID spell. I mean, I can be somewhat powerful, but that's a lot, dude. You know, I've been trying on here. Like this is part of my spell casting, obviously, but my channel isn't big enough. Part of the COVID spell. Here, have you ever watched the show Magicians? Watch it. They have like keys, unlock, blocking. They got all sorts of devices that don't allow for you to interact with that spell to do anything about it. They'll even let me make videos where I say those words, but they won't let my channel get any bigger than 6.5. And they won't let enough people, they won't even let people that even follow my channel come back to it. Because you know what, sometimes whenever they're like, oh, I'm putting this on Facebook or whatever, and then they're like, oh, I shut down. Like, I was like, yeah, Facebook ain't gonna let that my shit on there. No. They're like, do you go to Facebook? I'm like, yeah, I could probably get on Facebook. I could probably, you know, the only thing that happens on there, you get fucking people like, fuck you, die, you're a terrible person. I'm like, oh, I didn't say anybody should die. You just said I should die. That seems like you're a terrible person. I don't know. It's kind of, it's funky. So, I mean, I can, what's your gnosis on Hecate? Help me with, is that a, you gotta help me, I don't know. It sounds familiar. Is Hecate a person, or is it a shape, or is it a person with a shape? Because I'm thinking hexacres and hexagrams and you gotta help me with that Truth. If you give me, I'll go look it up afterwards, or you can just send it to me. I feel like I've heard that before and probably even looked at it, but what's up, Instance? Yeah, Instance, that's something you would do. What's up, Raw Conscious? Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, Raw Conscious, you like being zooted on caffeine, your nervous system does not. This is 100% fact. I enjoy coffee the same way that I enjoy cocaine. I really like it, except I don't like the jitteriness, and then the fact that I feel like I need more, and the come down. I don't like it. So I don't really drink coffee. I'll drink coffee once in a while. I do cocaine even less. Like, it's basically, to me, like, okay, if that's what the night is, and I like you people, let's fucking do it. And then, you know, I'll deal with my depression the next day, and then I'll just move on my life. I don't have addictive qualities like that to substances. It's just not in my nature. I mean, there's things that I would like, that I would do, and so like there are things that I've had on hand that I would do every day, but it's not a good idea, because I know the results of it. So because I'm knowledgeful enough to know, don't do this right now, because if I do this, the downtime, like if I were to do MDMA every day, my serotonin levels would be depleted to a point that I'm addicted, absolutely, or else I'll be in depression in the darkest way, because I can't produce my own serotonin. So I don't do that, you know. Peace out, Divine. Hello, Meat Wadify. What are you doing? Why does everybody keep saying they like my hat? What is that? What is going on today? What is going on with everybody saying they like my hat? I've worn this hat many times. Is it this on here? Yes. This is the alternate future. Could alternate your future. Did I wear that for a purpose? No. It just so happened to work that way. Your neighbor should be fucking gunned down. If you like him, I'll give him a quick death. Thank you, Raw Conscious. Jim, I didn't get the part about the and heroin. I was talking about heroin yesterday with somebody. You walk down the street with Illuminati in a shirt and expect friendlies? It happens all the time. Usually people are like, do you know what that means? And I'll just go, no, I don't know what that means. I just thought I'd buy a t-shirt that says Illuminati because I don't know what the fuck that means. And no, the person though earlier that you're talking about, no, I probably get as many friendly people when I'm wearing this shirt as wearing any other shirt. It doesn't really matter. It's I hear what you're saying. I could see if I had a big middle finger that said fuck you, then I could understand. But this is just literally like a playful like play on that, right? And if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. And if you don't know, I mean, why would I just, you're not allowed to put it out there. Don't they know that? You're not allowed to just tell people. So apparently I'm not Illuminati. That's kind of the point. See, it's the joke. It's the inversion. Like, you can't say it if you are. Am I saying it? Or is this saying it? You can have the t-shirt if you want. But I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I don't expect anything in any direction from anyone, really. I mean, I guess just a nod and a courtesy, like, hey, what's up? Whatever. I mean, it depends on what you're wearing as the costume. This doesn't seem like that aggressive and abusive of the costume. There are costumes that people wear that seem pretty like, whoa, slow down with that shit. Goddess of wit, thank you, Truth. Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft. Okay, I check it out. L-theanine helps with the jitters. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm over the jitters, the coffee. It's just I don't drink it that much. And earlier I was like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna explode inside. And I'm doing that with I can feel my shaking, but my brain was still fine, But I balanced out the whole thing with a little bit of I balanced out with a little bit of wine. Somebody told me not to drink, but I'm just trying to drink like at a better rate, at a better pace, at a better click, as you'd say it. So that's why I drank coffee and then a sip of beer. Let's drink a little more coffee and walk. And I got none of the DTs, delirium tremors. I don't get those. But I do get the coffee jitters. So apparently my body is way more susceptible to the effects of coffee than it is of alcohol to any level. Matcha tea is better than coffee. Flavor wise, no. I really love the flavor of coffee with a little bit of cocoa in it. Chocolatey coffee, a little bit of spot of milk, some sugar. Like I'm all for that. I love the smell of coffee shops. I don't like the kind of people that are around coffee shops. They tend to be a little too high strung for my work. Oh, dude, the Geminin. So you've been there? Oh, dude, yeah. I used to. Yeah, I've been there. Oh, it's the darkest, most depraved place. It's like being on an ether binge in Las Vegas. the low levels of depravity and insanity of you do all that, and it's like, yeah. What's up, Frederick? Yeah, the lack of serotonin. Serotonin seems to be like a structure you rebuild in your body. It does, in that sense that like, you can build it back. It's just like, fuck, I just broke my own sandcastle. But then you're like, but damn, wasn't it an amazing sandcastle we all got to play in and destroy? Yeah, it's kind of like that. You look like my brother-in-law's family. I don't know. I don't fuck with my family. Fucking sucks. They're from way up in New York. They're Pennsylvania Dutch pieces of shit. They don't have friends and family. They're giant piles of dog shit. I don't know. If they're watching, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear that I think that of you, because you don't like me any better. So it's okay. We'll agree to love each other, but at the source, you don't like who I am as a person. I don't like who you are as a person. That's pretty much my family. But no, the Galvins. No, I don't know them. Never heard of them. No. And I don't know, because again, raw conscious. If you don't know, I'm adopted. So, like, it's saying blood family? Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps they stole me from one of your aunts or something, you know? Yeah, well, your aunt would have to be in the 60s, I guess. Yeah, apparently my mother was 16 when she gave birth to me. 15 or 16? Young? Yeah. Graduated high school early, blah, blah, blah. I know those kind of things, but that's what I know. So if I was a 79, so I'm 40. She'd be late 50s. Late 50s. I always used to wonder sometimes when I would date older women, because when I was young I would date older women. Now that I'm older, I date younger women. It's just how it works. I don't fucking know how to explain it to you. When I was 20, I was like, I want to smash that 40-year-old, and now that I'm 40, I'm like, I'm smashing that 25-year-old. It's just what it is. I don't know. It's the experience versus the smell, the teacher and the student kind of thing. I don't know. That's how it works. So when I was younger, I used to be like, there's a chance I maybe slept with my mother. And then I'm like, oh man, hopefully it was good. Oh shit, it was good? What do you want it to be bad? I don't know. I'm just saying, if I did, if that just so happened that I did, like what am I gonna do about it? Like, my mom has some good pussy. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, how would you don't have a? How would you deal with that? You wouldn't. You just go, oh, it was fun. Hey mom, what's up? What's up? You trying to smash boots? Oh, that's fucking amazing. Oh, Jimin, yeah. Oh, I've been there. I know all about it. The thing is, if you've never, but if you haven't thought about that realm, that suicidal thing, you haven't lived, because you can only know life through death, right? That idea of like, what is the opposing energy of this, or the opposite force, or the complementary force. And unless you haven't even considered it, to me that's the most psychotic thing, to never have thought about it. When I think about it, you know what it does? It makes me say, hey, I'm glad I'm here. That's what the fuck it does. Everybody's like, oh, if you think about it, you're gonna go do it. Like, no, actually, I'm pretty grounded here. I'm good. I've thought about that, and you know what? I'll get there when I get there. I don't need to go fucking, fast forward to that place. Oh, you do, Jim, and you missed the MDA parties? Oh man, I understand. yeah, I fully understand, dude. Because of people, well, see, as much of, because I know what you're saying, as much of fun as it is, as much of like it really feels good, it feels good especially because people that would never be wildly open about what they think and what they feel and their emotions, you get to interact with that. I mean, that's a secondary thing, but it's important. It's almost more important than the fact that, like, goddamn, doesn't this feel good? Doesn't that, like, actually just, like, it just tingles you? Like, you don't even have to talk to anybody, like, and this shit feels good. Like, goddamn. But it's that openness that people have, and the only time that I can get the only time that I find myself in that similar respect, where I feel like that's a key to a place that is not. It's not really fair. Like, once you've done all of that, like it seems like MDMA is like, all right, no matter what, I could eat this and whatever happens, I can have anything I want, any piece of knowledge, it seems like a cheat code. And that's why I like drinking, because it gives people the opportunity to be open about things. Some people won't be. Some people are very like reclusive drunks. They'll just sit to themselves and no one's doing that. It's a cheat code. And so that's maybe why I prefer drinking. There's other substances I don't like as much, because it's too I don't like to hit that cheat code. It's terrible. Raw conscious, you said they don't like who you are as a person. When you're saying my family doesn't like you, my family doesn't even know you. And you're saying your family. You're not adopted, right? You're just actually you came from the people that's yeah. How old am I? 41. Yeah. Yeah, 41. I think. I don't know. It depends. It depends. I always say if I trim this shit up right here and do a little bit of fasting and get a little sunshine, I don't know. I look good. Like right now, I just look like I look like I haven't given a fuck since the first day of this goddamn lying bullshit of COVID, the COVIDian scare tactics. That I was just like, all right, fine. Everybody's gonna be doing this. I'll just look like this. I don't care. But yeah, a little sunshine, a little bit of exercise, a little oil bath, clean up a little bit. I'm good as golden. But yeah. MDMA forces the heart chakra. Yeah, and it's got to be funny for people that don't have one, and they're like, "What is it forcing open?" It's like Pandora's box of the heart. Yeah, Jimin, I'm with you. I would totally bug out with you with those two substances, like without question. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that I would still do mushrooms with, and I wouldn't do LSD with too many people. Definitely not LSD. It's too aggressive. It's too digital. My brain is already too digified. I'm like digi, get all up in that ass like a Victoria's Secret wedgie. Bobby, digi. Do anybody know this song? Bobby Digital, RZA. Come on, you gotta go fucking go look it up. It's a great song. Bobby, digi. Yeah, that's that. One of the greatest. I would do mushrooms though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, one of the people that I used to study under, he used four different ingredients. Like I've learned a lot of things. I've never put people onto him because his channel is not on. He keeps his shit to himself, and I think he lives in Guatemala or somewhere. Just because he's already got his shit together. So I don't. He was just like, fuck it, I'm done. I think that's kind of what he did. But he used to talk about using mushrooms, acid, MDMA, and weed and cocaine in a certain order, and depending on where your mind sits, how much of each of those things you should use. Like he actually broke it down like in a way that I was like, God damn, this dude is like, he broke it down like based upon like some breathing patterns and things, and how your body, like he was like, this is how much you should take based on these things. I was like, wow, this dude got this right. I wish I could find. I mean, I downloaded the video, but I think it was on like some old computer. I can't find it. But he did some high level work on that shit. Your family might be my blood family. I don't know. I don't know where I come from. I have no idea. Like, as far as I know, I was born in '79. They say it was in upstate. I could have been born overseas, I suppose. I could have been born in a laboratory. I don't discount anything because I know of the bullshit and the lies and the institution of adoption and everything to do with that shit. So, I've already pretty much expressed that I think I might be like some scientific experiment. I don't see why not. I mean, that's cool, I guess, but I'm still having my own experience. It doesn't take away from what I am. You can't take away who I am. I'm me. My feelings are important. I have value. I have worth. That kind of feeling. That what is that from? It's called From the Network. When the guy's it's the guy that loses his fucking shit when he's doing the newscasting. He goes, my feelings have fucking meaning, damn it. And he screaming, freaks the fuck out, and they were about to fire him. They're like, oh, actually, we're getting better ratings, and this is exactly what we need. And so The Network is 1976. Amazing film. Amazing. If you haven't seen it, I fucking go watch it tonight. I'll watch it with you guys. If you guys want to, we'll watch The Network. It's so good. It's so good. It's up there in the level of They Will Live. They Live. Remember They Live? Same kind of thing. I mean, come from a different angle, of course, but oh yeah, shrooms and MDA, you toast. You out of here. Activation codes. What are you doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit, man. I've seen a couple of your videos recently. I didn't get too deep into them. But as always, it's enjoyable to hear your voice. Aloha. Aloha from North Carolina. How's that? The fart chakra. Yes, Winston. I can't wait to meet you so I can release the white dragon into your fart chakra. Oh shit, that's too funny. Well, thank you, Revolution Account. I don't know where I was comparing myself to anything. I don't know. Why I'm so conscious? That's the point. Self-conscious is a good thing. So you've missed out. You've missed out on the goal of this. The goal is to be the essential epitome, iota, the awareness inserted indirectly to yourself, what you are, and be self-conscious, self-aware. Self-awareness is, go listen to Zigzag Zigala did a video like 4 days ago on this. I've did a video on this before too. No, I mean sometimes I play. You sometimes I think maybe think that when I'm being playful about like the things I say, like oh like this and that, like it's not that serious. Like yeah, it is sometimes. Yeah, it does. Oh, of course, you know, someone's opinion of me, but you know what? I also know that everybody else has an opinion of me. So which one should I rely on? The person that doesn't like me, the person that does like me, or myself? All in all, I'm gonna rely on my own opinion. That's all I got. Then if I got to, I might lean towards the one that likes me. But even at that, you know, you learn something from the people who don't like you too. You learn something about them. That's what you learn, basically. You don't learn much about yourself. I mean, you could think that you do, but... you're going to unsubscribe if I remove the beard? I don't know that anybody said that would happen. In fact, I did a whole video on hair, and the other day I was talking about like how you should never cut your hair. That's ridiculous. Like fingernails you can cut for a reason, and you can trim your hair to stylize it occasionally, I suppose. It's much like makeup, but no, I wouldn't. No, you know what's funny is I trimmed my beard today. I actually trimmed my beard before I came out. This is trimmed. This is me trimmed. Yep. You know, I was weed whacking a little bit. Yes, Sally, that's the thing, is I am to people an upper, but in my life I don't like uppers because my brain is already too wildly fantastical, and I create such an energy that it's overwhelming sometimes. That mostly what I like is downers. I like downers. I don't like Debbie downers. I don't like people around me that are downers. I like substances that are downers. I like people that are similar vibes. I don't like people wilding the fuck out. There's some people I talk to that I'm like, you're actually nuts. But I wonder if it's only because they're talking to me. You know? Oh no, hey, Fire Drake. The thing is, I just figured out who that was. I know who that is in person. I've met that person before. So. Jimin. Oh, you lucky dog. So you got the pure molecule. You lucky dog. Yeah, I mean, I stand towards sticking to downers because I regenerate things quickly. I'm chameleon-esque, and I have that kind of, like, you know, there's something that like regenerate, break a bone or cut yourself, and it's like heal it very quickly. And so, but I know that if I do uppers would throw me off really bad. Uppers are no good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, amphetamines are awful. Yep. The green screen? Yeah, I got all the green screen. Yeah, there it is. Well, it's nice to see you. Activation codes. Even though I've never actually seen you, the sound of it. You know, you always. I don't know if you always do, but I'm guessing most people do. If you ever heard someone's voice and then you idealize what they look like in person? Are they ever correct? Is it ever close? I remember the first time that I did this. I've done this since, and I was closer. But the first time I did it was with Garrison Keillor. If you don't know who Garrison Keillor is, I highly suggest do not look at a picture of him. Do not. Just listen to his Old Home Prairie Companion on NPR. He does this wonderful show, and it's just him telling all these wonderful stories about the old Magahalia River and all of this. Like it's just wonderful stories. And you try to picture him in your mind, and then when you actually see him, it's not going to be what you thought. It's not going to be too far off. It's not going to be awful. You're not going to think he looks like that and he looks like that. But it'll be a little confusing because his voice and his timing, his tone, and his timbre. There you go. His timing, tone, and timbre. Those are important. You would think I studied this shit at Juilliard, but I did not go to any school for comedic timing, acting, or any other things. It just comes to me. It's just natural, you know. I don't know, or maybe it's the tree talking through my butthole because I'm sitting on the tree right now with no pants on. You felt like you puked. There was a couple times, never from substances, only from. The only times I've puked when I thought I was gonna lose an organ was probably just like an over amount of beer, really. Alcohol, not beer. Beer, you just until suds come out. It's not. There's a few substances I've done like I puked on, but no. I mean the organs thing. I mean I know the feeling though. It's awful. I bring out the manic in people. No. See, that's the thing. If you listen to my voice, I bring very much calm to people. But there are, just because people get excited about seeing something or being around a certain type of energy, that they end up becoming more frantic. I wouldn't say manic. Me, I'm a little manic depressive to a degree. I'm Gemini. It has to be. Can't really. I work on it every day. It doesn't really do anything. But no, people do not. I don't think they become manic around me. I think they just become frantic. They become like overwhelmed with like. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different species right there. What would you do if you just seen something brand new in the forest? You'd be like, oh fuck, what is that? But then it just made a sound that was really nice and was very calming. Yeah, it'd be confusing sometimes. Oh, Fire Jake. Oh, you put in orange juice? Wow, there's your first problem. Don't use orange juice. Everybody always said use that. No, don't use shrooms in orange juice. No way. You want a milk fat. Bro, you need a milk fat. You take acid with more acid things, but it's still gonna make you shit your pants. So don't do that. But mushrooms, no, milk. It's like drinking coffee with butter. You want a fat soluble. It holds on to the alkaloids a little longer, and it gives you a longer trip. There you go. I wouldn't, Jim, and I wouldn't remember anyways. There you go, Jim, and yeah, the extra of that. Hey, so check it out, guys. You guys want to walk over to find a plug right now? You guys can go see another part of the park with me. I have almost no battery in this left, and well, no matter what it looks like, I would definitely like to charge my phone, whether I'm fucking with you people or not. Let me go get my coffee. See what one of these guys are doing over here. They're playing. Hold on, let me find a garbage can. Okay. Now let's go sit at my favorite. Oh, dude, I almost knocked my fucking self out because I haven't been in the street before and I wasn't paying attention. Just got hit with that branch. Had a little bit of wet brain there, huh? How's that? I think this walk will be about 6 minutes. Oh, and as per usual, if any way that I've assisted you in life or you're at least entertained, feel free. You can donate as little as a nickel, I suppose. I think that would be kind of ridiculous. It would kind of be like a little insulting, I guess, but you could also donate to me, like, it doesn't gotta be a lot, but if you got something, feel free. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay if you do. It's okay if you don't. I'd probably think less of you if you gave me a nickel than if you gave me nothing. Because that actually is the original insult. If you go to a restaurant and you eat some food and the service is really bad, you leave a nickel. Just to say, because sometimes when you don't get tipped, it's like the person just forgot. They just didn't, this is back in like, the 80s, 90s, when cash was a big thing. Sometimes people just didn't leave a tip. It was no like, oh, you fucked up. Like, oh man, I forgot to leave a tip. And you come back the next day, like, here's $10. Sorry about that. Now, people leave a nickel just to let you know that they know that they were tipping you, but you sucked. You sucked at life and you sucked at your job. So if you gave me a nickel, I would probably hunt you down, find you, and then, what's up, buddy? Ah, here we go. Oh, some beautiful flowers. And you never go wrong. Oh, there's a butterfly. Hello, butterfly. Okay, see them right there? You see him? Oh, are they fucking? Is that two of them? Oh, look at that. You guys, today, you guys got to see butterflies fucking. No, it's not here. Hold on, come here. I'm gonna attack you, mother. I thought they were fucking. Maybe not. Just never seen butterflies fucking. That just seemed like, he seemed like he was having he was like spasmatic or something. So sorry, I won't be able to answer your, that's why I said it'd take like 6 minutes. I will not be able to get to your questions, comments. And as always, you know what you can do with your concerns. You can write them down, fold them up on a piece of paper, and fold them 7 to 8 times. If you get to 8th time, that's impressive, because I don't think that's even possible. In fact, I don't even think 7 is. I think 6 or 7 is the most you can fold a piece of paper. Just try it. Look it up. You can only fold a piece of paper 7 times before it's impossible. Pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, and when you're done with it, just go ahead and feel free to lube it up or whatever. And you know exactly where to put it. Be perfect for you. Yes. What's going on, buddy?
Hi.
How you doing, man? Okay. We're almost to the location that we need to be at. Well, hello, 18 people. Thank you for arriving at this place, this location in your mind, which happens to intersect with my mind. Hopefully this has been an enjoyable experience for you, and if not, that's just too goddamn bad. That's your problem. As my grandfather told me as a child. Oh, actually, he didn't tell me that. He told me to fuck off. I'm a piece of shit. Oh, I was using somebody else's story. I just thought it'd be funny. And it was John Taylor Gatto tells his story. Funny enough, we were talking about the great river Monongahela, right? And John Taylor Gatto speaks about this because he lived over near there. And he said his grandfather said, if you're bored, that's your fault. You can't hold it upon anybody else to help you not be bored. I mean, I agree with it to a degree, I guess. But, we are social creatures, and most experiences we have are a little more fun with at least one more person. You think the best sex you ever had was by yourself? If you think that, then you have not really been that open with anybody else in your life. So, when's the last time you played soccer by yourself? It's gotta be pretty. How about volleyball? Was that fun? mean, you can go bowling by yourself. That can be pretty cool if you're meditative like that shit. But no, all in all, it used to requires many people to play this game of life. You ever played Monopoly by yourself? I think I know we're gonna go to the. Ooh, let's find out. Do we go to the Parthenon, or do we go to my comfortable little spot over here? Oh shit! There is. You know what? There is a. Ooh. Well, there's an outlet here, but I would have to sit in a weird place. That wouldn't be fun for anybody. Well, we've almost arrived at our proper location. Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, hey, look, we go right here for a second. Because there's already some people in there. Oh, you know what though? Here's what happens sometimes. People come here and cook, and they do hold on, if the smell is too bad, I'm not gonna be able to stay here. No, it's not. Okay, some people come out here and they do a crawfish broil, and well, you say broil. It's a boil. I mean, you know what a broiler is. A broiler is different than boiling, but they you know, depends where you are. You gotta throw a little extra R in there. The R. You just stay there, guys. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, we're back. We're back in here, and I have some charge. Boom. Yes. And I can turn this up just a little bit. Twilight. Okay. No. 1 second, y'all. Hopefully, there it is. Oh, here we go. This is good. That's good. I think that should be fair. Let's get you all tucked in here, guys. There it is. Hello. Welcome to the right side of my face rather than left side. Well, Fire Jake, the whole thing again is the acid will help to break it down for you, and the fat soluble. So you could actually use something like that. You'd have to do it in stages though, you know, because fat and milk ain't gonna work together, or acid and milk ain't gonna work together. But if you use acid to extract, so you can use alcohol would be the best extraction, and then so like acid and alcohol, and then the milk will hold on to the molecule for a little longer. It kind of just takes a little longer to break down. Depends on how long of a peak do you want? How long do you want the trip to be? And like the extraction, like you could extract only 60% of the mushroom, or you could extract 100%, or you just do what people used to do and just eat the fucking mushroom. Let your body figure it out. What's up, Sai? What you doing? Okay, Sai is up in here. Hey, it's so interesting seeing everyone here that used to have a blue wrench and how powerful they felt, and now they're just being calm. Especially where's he at? Is Sai still here? What's up, Journey? What are you doing? I'm finishing up a coffee. And a beer, and then and charging my phone, and we're talking about whatever pops up next, whatever the next course of discussion is. Hello, drinking a beer. Well, you got to drink a beer, man. If you're not drinking a beer, what are you doing? I still haven't figured that out yet. Well, finish the beer. Drinking a beer, sitting outside. Got some palm trees, decent weather. It's been overcast. It was really trying to rain earlier, and it did not. So that I lucked out with that. Yeah, I know. I'm high. What do you want me to do? I mean, that's the thing. It's like, yeah. I mean, if the thing is smoking, fuck. If you're drinking, fuck. If you like coffee, okay. I don't. I'm just using it today. It seems to be doing a decent job today. I was gonna go over to this other place, but there's so much going on, and there's loud sounds and music and shit. And I don't need a copyright on this shit. You know, it's like that. So we gotta kind of stay away from the loud music that might fuck my channel up. Yeah. It is troubling. I've made videos that are 3 hours long, and then somebody will drive by in a car, and there'll be 15 seconds of some stupid fucking song, and they're like, copyrights. I'm like, ugh. Are you still working over there, man? Sal, are you still working over there? Are you working at the place that I thought you were? O'Brien's? Are you working there? Or is that where you hung out? I just forget if you say that's where you worked or that's where you hung out after work. Like, do people really come over there and eat still on Frenchman and all that shit? I want to, or not Frenchman, on Bourbon. So social distance, I know, right? They have their society there. I have mine here. Oh, hey, activations. Check this shit out. You want to see it? You want to see it? Activations. Boom. Oh, there it is. This is, look at, it's not just a it's like really, really nice. And so I want to put this on I want to put this on my shirt or whatever, just because it's funny to me. I don't know what to do with it. I just feel like it'd be wasteful just to use it on one. I think I want to just use it, like pin it onto something, then on my backpack, or I don't fucking know. I just think it's fucking humorous. But I found that the other day. I was just sitting on the street, and I was like, oh no shit, and that will stick to something really nice. I just don't want to, like, I don't know where to put it. Actually, I put it on something that's like a non, like just some random object, like keep away, and then, you know, it'd be funny if you got 6 feet within something. It was, like I said, 6 feet away, and it's like, please back up. You're too close to the machine that can't. You're gonna disease the machine. They'll tell you that soon, I bet. If we were really into this bullshit, they would tell you could probably get a computer. You could probably give a computer a virus. Boom. And again, I don't really discount that people's, you know, general vibes and attitude couldn't affect the crystalline structure of what's going on. Like if your watch doesn't work and you have a crystal watch, and if you got things going on here that you couldn't just. I've blown out light bulbs and shit, so I know that I could affect things that way. I mean, I suppose you could give your computer a virus. I mean, because a lot of people here be fucking their phones. They'd be like, like using their phone as a tool of masturbation. As well it should be. Just don't get me wrong here. They just use it that way too much. It's got to be. It's like as much as you use this to take something in, you should produce something with it, you know. And as people that make videos, they can, people that actually go out and do something with their computers and their phones and stuff. You know the difference. You know, when you're just ingesting all day versus you're ingesting versus gestating or moving something and getting something good out of it, or producing something. Yeah. What's up, yo? How are you doing today? Huh? So how are you doing today? All right. Mm-hmm. You ever see like a little baby stare at you? Like it was a child. Like, okay, I don't know how old the kid was. Probably like 16. I was like him and 6 other people just walking, and he stared at me. He just kept staring at me. I said, "What's up?" He's like, "What?" I said, "What's up?" I said, "Nothing." But he looked like he was a zombie. It looked like something was wrong with him. I was like, you just staring at me. Like, what do you want me to say to you? Like, hi, what are you doing? And he was like, His face was like, he was like not interested in talking to me. I was like, why are you staring at me then? That's weird. I was like, man, it's kids, yeah. See, we were talking about like how computers just, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I mean, like 15-year-old kids, yeah, I'm gonna catch a couple good, I'm gonna get hit a couple times, but no, like I'm not gonna beat kids up, but like, I don't know, take one shot. Let's see. I probably could take 15-year-olds up, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I don't need this. Like, you trying to eat off of me? That's not gonna happen today. Don't get it twisted. I don't know. It's just like people's perceived aptitude and altitude of their own capacity to create and destroy is much out of bounds of what they're capable of doing. It's really like he just stared at me. He just stared at me, and I was like, all right, what's up? Like, no, I didn't say what's up. Like, you heard me. I was like, what's up? And it wasn't like, what's up, motherfucker? Like, what am I wanting to say that? I'm like, hey, look, do you guys want to fight right now? I'm sitting here making talking to you guys. Look at me and judge me. Stupid. I'm sitting my ground. I don't give a fuck. I know. Well, no, you know what? It was funny. Finn, you didn't even see it. It was a little white boy, and he was walking with 6 black kids. Word. He don't want this violence. This violence is well beyond his worth. He'll have to have his parents with all their fucking money. They probably don't even live down here. He probably lives in a rich neighborhood. Like, that's not appropriate. They're gonna have to come figure out. They're gonna have to fucking figure out why he's in the hospital. Oh, I know. Kids are the worst. Look at. You know, I was gonna post this thing earlier, and I've lived in two of the top 4 cities in the United States for murders per capita. I've lived in Baltimore and New Orleans. There's really not many more. There's only one other place, St. Louis, and I've driven through there, and I have some friends there. Yeah. I've never really had any problems, and it's always with kids that are trying to, like, be G'd up and be like, they're strong. Oh, look at an attitude, like that. And it's like, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. And by the worst, I just mean they're just trying to get their foot in the door with some kind of, like, cred or whatever. Yeah, well, he was. I was like, bro, you looking at me like, what's up? How you doing? I wasn't trying to act hard. Why the fuck do I gotta prove? I'm out here trying to hang out. It's funny. I mean, that's real talk though about these kids. Like they want to get their foot in the door, and they think what they need to do is something that it's lackluster. They want to kick in the door. They don't want to just knock and get in the right way. Okay. Oh man. You're Nesmaya on IG. No shit. Okay, well, introduce yourself that way on IG, because I'm gonna forget that right now. Let me I have an idea. I'm gonna go over to this thing over here, and we're gonna play around over there. What do you think? Oh man, you ever busted your Oh man, busted zippers are the worst. Now these become useless. This is why probably Levi's jeans did the button fly a minute ago. Damn it. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so I want to go over here and hang out where the music is, but I don't want the music to fuck up my channel. So, what do you think? What should we do here? We could just go. I mean, there's only 10 of you guys left. We could go over to my other channel where it doesn't matter. Ah, nice, Finn. That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, they still exist from now. You know, they still exist here and there. I mean, that's the way. That's the way about it. That's the easy way. Yeah. You got a new board? Oh, you a skateboard kid? Do an ollie. Do a trick for me. Do an ollie for me. Well, here's the thing. Let me see what my juice is at. I don't have a lot of juice. And I do want to go over to this other thing over here. Do you guys want to join me? Do you guys remember that I used to have this? Which one is it called? It's called. What's the name of it? It's called. In Brighton over. You're in the UK, right, Finn? You're UK, right? That's why Brighton, UK. My other channel on what the fuck is it called? Twitch. You know, I have a channel on Twitch where I can do anything. Yeah. Do you guys want to go over there? Because that way I can just go wherever I want and I can plug my phone in where I want. I don't feel like sitting on this fucking bench because the bench sucks. And I can go to the big room over here. You guys want to join me over there? What do you think? Twitch. What's my name on there? Oh man, I totally forgot. I think it's Does somebody want to look this up? I think it's Zarzen. I think it's TSARXEN. Although I might have spelled it actually the way it's spelled, TSARZEN. I don't know. Was it Tarzan? I don't know. See, I can't see if I scoop off of here. If I jump off of here, then I gotta go. Yeah, it'll shut this down. So we'll see. Oh no, same ones. Oh, you're talking about that on that channel, yeah. But that channel is just because it gives me the leniency to just do and say whatever. Because there's a bunch of kids playing fucking video games. They don't come to my shit anyways. They don't need to be fucking around where I am. Like once in a while, I have somebody like, oh, I have a cool channel, and then nah, it's the same motherfuckers. They're just walking in circles. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They could walk anywhere and they're just walking around this whole. I come out here at different times, you see different people. It's like you go to the same place and sit in a different spot and see a different energy. It's very interesting. Yeah, we about to, oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah. I mean, this is not like some sort of like, I'm not like in the middle of like violence area. Just like, they're just trying to put their feet in the ground, but they're not doing any shamanic work. They're just like, they're treading lightly in their flippy floppers. Anyways, so here the thing is, this was a fun show, and if you guys want to join me, what's Black Sun Hotep? What are you doing? I was just about to end this and go over to my other channel, so I can do it from. Yeah, if you ain't gonna do it like the All Blacks from Australia and boot stomp and that shit. Remember the All Blacks, how they do it? Yeah, if you ain't gonna do it, don't do it. Anyways, Black Sun. I was about to run over to this building right here where I can charge my phone because this bench is just uncomfortable. I don't know what the fuck it's made out of. It's not nice on my butt, but that building is comfortable and I can sit next to the lions. But you guys got to come over to my channel check it out. Here's a 2-step process. I gotta jump off of here, then I'll title my next video the. What you talking about this? What the fuck you think is this? Are you talking about this? But I'll title my next. I'm just gonna put one more show in here if you guys want to. It'll be the name of my Twitch account. And so my Twitch account doesn't matter that the radio's on over here. If I let that play during this show, I'm gonna get copyright claims. That I don't get any copyright claims. And even if I did, I don't give a fuck, because it's a channel that I don't really do much on except for just have a good time and talk shit. So check it out. Do the liking and subscribing, but you guys already know that, and donations are always welcome, blah blah blah. If you weren't here, feel free to listen to the video. It was kind of fun. If you didn't like this one, there are some other ones that I've made this week that are super powerful. In fact, I've made a video that somebody used my voice. Well, I didn't make the video. Somebody made a video. It's a bunch of it's my voice and a bunch of images and shit behind it. The other thing is on Twitch. You got to go to Twitch, and I think it's TSARXEN, but I gotta check. I gotta go to Twitch to find out what the fuck I put as my Twitch. You got to sign up for the account. It's just like you got to put your email in or whatever the fuck. You know how that bullshit works. So do that. And my next show, like right here, I'm gonna get off of here and I'll tell you the name of it in like 5 minutes, and then we'll go do that if you guys want to hang out. And if nobody shows up, I will just dance by myself. But everybody else, you know how it works. Gang, all that shit. Even if you ain't ganged up, I ain't ganged up, because the devil rides alone, and I'm a devilish kind of motherfucker. So you guys have a beautiful day, and hopefully you come and join me over on Twitch, and hopefully that's the right one, TSARXEN. And if not, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in the next 5 minutes. Bye, guys.